So again, we use as many legal methods as possible to get this stuff removed. So right now we're going to be going over the software on how to use the software. So lights out method. All right, lights out method. All right, hold on. Again, we're not saying that this is going to be overnight, but again, we want to use different methods so we can get this stuff done. Okay. I think Sarah, I think she used the is this the software? I think. Yeah, I think this is the software. But anyways, all right, guys. I have my partner on. He just joined. He is partnered up with me with the software. So his name is Ali Batty. If you guys want to print with if you guys want to mail out your own letters, he will actually print and mail them off for you. Okay. We're gonna be going through how to use this software, and it takes minutes, even seconds to do this. Okay. So Ali, are you ready? Let me see if he's ready. If not, I'm gonna do some more Q&A until he's ready.
I'm here, baby. I just got in. Just give me a few seconds. I'm getting some people in. Just put the Discord channel on notice. And
Oh,
I'm also waiting for Max.
all right. So while we wait for that, guys, do some more Q&A. Does anybody have any more questions about the software, about what's going on? Because this is documentation. So if you have any questions about how to find something in the community, let me know. Actually, let me share it one more time. Let me show you guys. What I want you guys to go look at is here's the community. So classroom, again, I just showed you guys a classroom. Here's a calendar. So obviously you guys know the calendar because you're here. So here's a calendar. Members list, leaderboard. This is where you guys can get your rent paid or your car note paid. Okay. So as you see, if Tracy finishes the next 2 months at number one, she's gonna get her rent paid or she's gonna get her car note paid. So a lot of you guys who are on here, whoever wants their rent paid, whoever wants to get their car note paid, show up to these calls. Make sure you're engaging. Make sense? That's all you have to do is come in and actually engage and treat this like a real community, like it is. Help your fellow person out. Make sense? Everybody in here is probably sick and tired of being sick and tired. Is that true? Yes or no?
Yes.
You the only one? Okay. Okay. I'll be talking to you all day. But for anybody else who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, let's use every single resource possible, which is each other. Make sense? Which is each other. All right? Beautiful. And it's another good incentive. You can get your rent paid. You can get your car note paid. Make sense? I'm also, if you use the search bar up here, I'm also giving you guys 40% commission for life. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm also giving you all 40% commission for life if you help us grow this community. This stuff was not taught to us in school, y'all. It was not taught to us in school. So again, did anybody learn this in school? I'll wait. Did anybody learn this in school? How to get your credit together? How to go invest with the money from getting your credit together? How to go get OPM? Did anybody learn how to get OPM in school? Other people's money?
No.
Okay. Okay. So again, this stuff was not taught to us. It really wasn't. Some of you guys probably came on my live. That was the first time you ever heard OPM. Some of you all. So again, if we help each other out, we can get to that next level a lot quicker if we try to do this by ourselves. Does that make sense, everybody? You guys know how I run my lives. Put a one in the chat, shake some heads. I want to see you guys engaging. All right, cool. So again, you help us grow this community. You help us share this information out. We're giving you guys 40% commission for life. Make sense? Beautiful. All righty then. So again, guys, use this search bar up here. A lot of people keep asking me how do I find this, Dre? How do I find that? In the search bar. Type in collections, inquiries, charge-offs, what the hell ever. It's in the search bar. Okay? Beautiful. You guys go through here, look at these different tabs in here. If you guys want to sort through what I want you guys to be looking at, it's in the Dre Gems. If you have, you want to see who's winning, who's getting all these results. Let me see some results. What's going on this week? Here's some big wins. All right, inquiries being removed, bankruptcies being removed. 19 out of 20 inquiries removed in the same day. So when I tell you guys, we use these methods to knock off these inquiries. When I tell you, go use that FTC report. Hold on. When I tell you, go use this method for the, it walks you step by step on how to use that FTC and CFPB to get those inquiries removed. Go do that. And here's proof. There's 19 out of 20 inquiries removed, y'all. All right. Beautiful.
Lily,
All right.
Lily's saying we're just waiting for Max. Max is on his way. He said he's on his way.
Okay, so I'm trying to waste a little bit more time. Everybody, if you did not register for the software, if you did not register for the software, that's what we're going over right now, it's going to be right here. Okay, so simple. Just click on this, go right here. M2 FICO Forge. You click on that. It's going to go to the register page. All right, then you register. Okay, beautiful. All right,
you can't go to the register page if you logged in.
right. That's what I was like. Oh, well, yeah, that's not gonna work. But that's not gonna work. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop sharing.
So I'm just literally waiting on Max, guys. I will introduce myself. I'm Ali. I'm Dre's business partner. We own the software together. Actually, we own two softwares together. We're gonna start a coaching program together. So we have a lot of stuff that we do. I've been in the credit repair industry for over 12 years now. I am very inept in Metro 2. It was actually, I started learning Metro 2 when we were writing it out by hand. So I will teach you guys everything about Metro 2. Dre focuses on FTC, CFPB. I don't focus on any of that stuff. I am the Metro 2 nerd. When it comes into all this stuff, I teach you guys how easy it is to work on your credit without going crazy. I teach you how you can do this without going crazy. Life is simple when we're doing this. I'm going to teach you guys how to fix your credit the simplest way possible. Now, I've got a couple of faces that show up that are normal. I think Shanika, Lucia, Jonathan, Joanne. I think those are return on our end, and then I see a lot of new faces. I'm gonna ask anybody that has the possibility to turn on a camera, turn on the camera. I want to see your expressions and things that you're going through and what's going on. Guys, I will go over how much the software is. I'll go over everything that when we have a chance. I'll go over all that as soon as we start sharing the screen. I'm just waiting for one more person to get in that needs to be in here.
Guys, we're gonna start implementing. I'm gonna start implementing that. If you want to ask a question, you got to turn the camera on. All right. If you want to ask a question, you have to turn that camera on. I know a lot of people, my hair, my face, I don't have my makeup. Look, we're not running a beauty pageant right here. Make sense? I don't care if you still got mocos and you still got sleep in your face. I don't care. We just getting some questions. We don't care. All right. If you want us to, we'll block you out. Make sense? Again, turn that camera on. Wow, I want to see this. I want to see. If you can't shake your head, then you better be putting that one in the chat. Just like, okay, Melissa. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. No, but seriously though, like y'all, turn them cameras
There's everybody. Look at that. That got so easy. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Because you gotta know how to talk to them. You gotta know how to, hey, y'all, we're a community, right? So let's act like it. I ain't all that. Look at me. I'm breaking out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm breaking out, y'all. That serious. I'm not trying to be cute. All right. We trying to get some work done. All right.
Hey, look.
Hey guys.
I always say everybody that can put it on. I know that there's people that are working and things like that cannot do it. I understand that. But the people that can be over here, we want to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think I'm a little old. Can you help me?
What do you mean?
I don't know how to turn the camera on.
Got you. So bottom left. Are you on your phone or
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
I think it's at the top. I think it's at the top or at the. Hold on. You know what?
I know I'm on a laptop.
Yeah.
Bottom left.
Nope.
You may say you're a little old, but you got the two young cats who don't even know how to do it.
That's at the bottom.
So hold on. Let me try it on my phone.
I found it. I found it.
You found it?
There we go.
Hey, girl.
All right. Max will just have to get. Yo, is he in the waiting room? Because you don't ever make me co-host. I can't see who's in the waiting room.
Nobody. Oh yes, actually, 2 people are. I just admitted them, so they're coming in.
Okay. Did you see Max in the room or not?
He just came on.
Perfect. There he is. Okay, good. Now we can get started. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So now we can get started. I'm gonna share my screen. Everybody, do me a favor. If you can see, oh yeah, Dre, you gotta let me share that screen, bro.
Go for it.
Let's go. Boom. Okay. So now I'm gonna move this over here. I got everybody up over here. Can everybody see my screen? For everybody that got a camera on, you could just nod.
Are you recording? Are you recording this already?
I'm not. I
Okay.
got my Phantom on, but I'm actually not.
You're good. Go for it.
Yeah, your screen is showing.
Jonathan, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
And we're gonna start offering the frequent flyer files. No pun intended on that one. For you. Okay, let's get rocking and rolling. So this is our homepage, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna make life nice and easy for you today. Okay, I'm gonna go over this. I'm gonna pause at certain sections. I'm gonna ask you when the questions are, and let unload on the questions. Okay, come off mute if you can put a question on. If you can't, if you're not able to mute, you can write it in. Just write in the questions. We're gonna be ready to rock and roll. I do have the chat up at the same time. And we're going to go over this. Jonathan, for all the people that have been here before, this is the orientation meeting. This is not the mastermind meeting. So today we're going to go over this stuff differently than the Friday meeting. So I want everybody to know that and make sure that they understand that. So today's meeting, we're going to go over this basic section over here at the front. I'm going to start with this line over here, right to system. What is this and what does this do on the homepage? Now, how many people have registered? Throw 1 in the chat if you registered. Throw 2 in the chat if you haven't registered yet. Don't worry about price. It's free to register. Let's go. Damn. 2. I got 1 and 2. I have got 2 people that haven't registered yet. So I'm going to log out right now. I'm going to get you that registration link, make life easy for you. And I'm going to throw it in the chat. Copy. Paste. Let's get you guys registered. Get inside, get registered real quick. Come back over here. We're going to get you rock and roll. I'm going to log back over here. We're going to get rock and roll. Now, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to explain the breakdown on how easy this software is. So the first thing that is, once you get registered, you're going to see this page. This is going to be your home page. Ali, Betty, which is me. This is my actual username and password. This is my username. No password, I mean username and name. And this is the amount of general attacks that I have in a system. So what is a general attack I normally get asked? Right off the bat, a general attack is a token. How many people remember either taking their kids to the video game place, where they little arcade, where they play video games, or have gone themselves? Throw 1 in the chat or raise their hand. Let me see that. Melissa, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. I appreciate it. I love people who are engaged. So everybody that turns around that remembers that, they remember these stupid little things over here. Yes, Joanne. I mean, Joanne,
You
heard
said
this
to put our hand up.
Oh.
Put a 1 in.
Hand up like this, Joanne. If you have a camera on, like
I got the clothes on. I'm not putting the camera on.
we're good then. We're good. we can't do that. Not on no YouTube. We can't do that. So
I can't.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for that.
And that was the comedic hour, ladies and gentlemen. That was our comedic relief for the evening. So who remembers these stupid little things, these little tokens? Okay, these are the tokens that we used to pop into the machine, so we were able to play those games. Okay, or your kids were able to play those games. Whoever it was that was playing the game, that was the token. So this is the same concept. You need one of those tokens to pay the AI to generate an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negatives. Now I'm gonna make that all make sense, because sometimes that doesn't make sense. So if you have 1 million negatives, it could generate 10 million pages and 10 million letters. If you have one negative, it may generate one page and one letter. It's all based upon the amount of negatives that you have. The AI doesn't care how many negatives that you have. It will generate what it deems and feels necessary. Okay? And each letter is completely different. Each round is completely different. So don't worry about that. Okay? So the token, remember, you pop this into the system and you hit generate, it's going to generate an unlimited. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If you mess up, how many people remember if they played one of those stupid games, they popped a token in and they picked either the wrong character or they did something, they ain't getting that token back no matter how many times you press the thing in, it's not coming back. You can tell I got a little frustrated from back in the day. So, I want everybody to understand that that's the same thing with this AI. So everything that we're going to go over today is going to go over to explain that. So now, we're done with this. Yep. Oh yeah, I got real PTSD with that. Now, does anybody have any question about this section over here and what this means? I love the no head shaking. I love the no head shaking. Throw one in the chat if you don't have a question. Throw two in the chat, and I will wait for your question. No, one. No. Love it. I don't see any twos. I am moving on. I'm going to move on to the pricing section because everybody asked me so graciously to go over pricing. So I'm going to explain something to you guys. Actually, we're going to get started in a different section. We're going to go there, but I'm going to. So a token, I want everybody to understand how much one token is. I'm going to put it there. How much is the attack? How much is the amount for one token? T Brown, what's two? What didn't you understand on the home page?
The home page, it was with regarding to the link about registering. I believe I've just joined the community last night. We had a live, and so I didn't know if that meant I was registered for this class or not. So then I attempted to register, and then it said I already had that phone number, and so I don't know if I
changed the phone number.
Okay.
If you want to send it to me privately, I can look in the back end and see if you've actually tried to double register. And if you tried to double register, then I can tell you what the username and password that you used on previously. But if not, we'll see what it is, and we'll try to get you rocking and rolling. Guys, how much is one token? Here's the token. I selected the amount of token. How much is one token? $40. Exactly. $40. One token costs $40. So now I'm playing this different, right, Jonathan? I'm doing this different than I normally do. So anybody that's been here before and understand when we select this subscription over here, we know that the token's $40. Okay? If we know one token is $40, that's one token, ladies and gents. The developers put what we call a money grab in here. This is the cost. Token is $40. They're making $57 on one token. Now they also know, right, that it's going to take more than one token for you to get your first letters out right. So they know that this package is going to wind up costing $137 for 2 tokens. Is that a viable option? No. We think that this package is garbage. We don't believe in this package. Dre and I don't like this package, and we don't sell this package. Okay, now we do have people that don't listen to us. That's on them. Okay, but we believe the 2 best packages are right here, depending on how many people you come in with. If you're coming in with yourself or or another person, 1 to 2, this is your best package right here. Why? It offers 4 tokens, which means you get 2 spare tokens per person, just in case you mess up. Now, how many people think that on the first round people mess up 90% of the time? Throw your hand up. Mm-hmm. All my people with your hand up, you are 100% right. 90% of the time, people are literally messing up on the first try. How many people think that they're messing up 90% on the second try? You don't think so much? You don't think so, Schmitty? You're on mute, brother. I can't hear you. You're still on mute, brother. I still can't hear you.
How's that now?
Yeah, there you go. Now I can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah. Yeah, hopefully you work it out the first time. Hopefully it doesn't cost you 2, 3, 4 tokens.
You ready for this? Normally in the bronze package, after one person, we're seeing right now, just doing the numbers today with my employees. We're seeing that on a single person file, still about 75% of people are burning through all 4 tokens to generate a try. We're seeing that they're burning through all 4 tokens on really dumb mistakes. So when we tell you guys this, I'm telling you guys this for a reason, because I don't want you to burn through all 4 tokens. I don't. So what I want you guys to do is understand the next piece of this puzzle is going to be completely pristine and spot on, but you guys got to make sure you pick the right package, one that's good for your pocket. Okay, we don't want you to go broke picking the wrong package, right? I want everybody to understand that. Okay, we don't want you to go broke picking the wrong package. This and this packages are the 2 best packages. Now, when you're up into these packages, this is where you're at. Okay, when you're up into these packages, you'll need it. But this is 1 to 2. This is 2 to 4 people. This one's 10. This one's 15. Okay, and this one's 50. Okay. What if you switch packages mid-month? You can switch packages mid-month, but we suggest that you would wait until you utilize your GAs and then switch your package, because then you're going to get all those GAs. Does that make sense, John? So that's a big thing. So I would say you utilize all 4 packages, you want to go to the silver package. Go to the silver package after you utilize your GAs. Do not wait to do not go. I use 2 GAs anymore. No, utilize them all, then go into the next package, because you're getting them at a cheaper cost. This one's $36 per GA. This one's 28, 17, 13, and 10.
Does it prorate it,
Okay.
Ollie?
What happened,
Does
brother?
it prorate?
It's
So if I
not
use
go-
all
It's
4?
not. It's not going to prorate because you're getting 8 GAs. So you're going to get all those to 8 GAs, and that's why you're paying the discounted rate, because it's not. You're getting 4 here, and then you're going to get 8 here. So that's going to give you 12 in total. Does that make sense?
So
It's not going to prorate the subscription because you're not paying for the subscription. All you're doing is paying for the GAs. This one, you're technically paying for the subscription.
okay,
That's what that $57 is coming from. 1 token equals 1 round of letters. Yes, it does. Wow, that's really good. Bravo. Okay. So yes. Good
Okay,
question.
yeah, it was a question. Yeah, okay. Thank
No,
you.
really. Yeah, that's exact. Yes, 1 token equals 1 round of letters. Equals 30
Okay.
days. So exactly what it is. So that would be your round for the 30 days. That's actually a really, really good question. I never even thought about bringing that up. So thank you, Constance. Appreciate that. So in that sense, with everything that's going on over here, this is the breakdown. Is this confusing to anybody?
You know it is.
Oh, come on, Joey.
I don't understand what the big deal is about when to use the GAs, whether mid-month. I can't help it. I can't. It doesn't make sense to me.
Use the GAs whenever you feel like it. You got 30 days to use your GAs. You can use them on the first day.
Wait a minute.
You are
can use
mute.
them
I
on-
can't hear you.
What do you mean 30 days? I thought they roll over.
No, but in the sense of what I'm
Can't
saying,
hear
yes.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Am I good, guys, or no?
Now you are.
Everybody good? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, apologize. All right, I don't know what the hell. Sorry. Yes, they roll over. But you're telling me when you're going to use you still have a subscription in the sense that you got to get access to the attack area. You need the GAs for the attack area. So your GAs you have to use them in your month, in your 30 days. Not wait your round. But next month, if you want to go down, right? Say you buy this package and you're like, I don't have anybody, it's me. And you want to go here, fine. Because you've got a bunch of GAs that you put in the bank that you can use. You don't need to go over here. You're not paying for any extra GAs. You don't need an extra GA because you're not using them. You're not utilizing them at all. Well, somebody who's over here that is going and utilizing 100 of them, right? They're using 100 of them. They're going to go over here because they're utilizing them every single month. They're not going to wait to utilize them. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing people that bought the gold package stacked up on GAs and are going down to the bronze because they only need 5 GAs in storage. They have the tokens in storage that they can go and use at any time that they want, as long as they have a subscription.
And they still went ahead and bought at the
They
when they had a bunch.
And then they went.
Makes no sense. No sense to me. Thank you.
Okay. So, any other questions besides Joanne?
So I can add some color, Ollie, to my question, right?
Okay, go for it.
And that's simply because I messed up and I jumped ahead and I watched the intro video and bought the iron package, right? So after that, I had to get on the phone and walk through step by step the procedure just to make sure that we didn't burn a GA. And so I was wondering where I was going to end up if I go and purchase the bronze package now or any other package, what my cost would be for the overall month.
Because you're paying for your GA. Your iron package, that's why I hate it. It's done. There's nothing you can do with it at all now. So regardless if you burned a GA or not, you can go into the attack area as many times as you want, but you cannot create another letter. There's nothing else you can do with the software. You're literally sitting there looking at the software all pretty and doing nothing with it. Does it make sense? Because you've got that iron package. That's why we tell everybody, get that bronze package. Here's the thing. If you go in and get any package that you want and you stack 2 months of the bronze, right? And you're like, I have nobody, it's just me. And you want to go down to iron, you should have 6 GAs that you have stored in your quote unquote bank that will roll over every single month. And you don't have to worry about it. John, you doing anybody's credit or you just doing yours?
Well, I started off doing mine, but then it becomes addicting. And then you guys are like, oh, well, I could do this for other people and help out other people.
Jonathan, what I would suggest you do is if you're just going to do yours and you're going to wait until now, this is a strategy. If you're going to wait and say, all right, guys, I did mine. Let me just see what results I get. I will wait for you. Wait until you get that the response back, and then buy the bronze, and then you can do yours again. Now you have 3 other. Now you can do other people's. So, but I personally wouldn't. I would tell them all right, if you guys want me to do yours, cool. Get the names. Tell them to set up their stuff. Hey, everybody, you 3 want me to do a report? Cool. I'll do it in 20 days. Go get your credit report. So send them the link to get the credit report, right? Go get all the documents, right? You can at least set their account up.
Okay.
Makes sense? You can get your ID, your social security card, your piece of days for people, all of them to give you your information. Now, once you have all their information, tell them, all right, I'm going to do it. If it's a week left, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start in a week, right? Now, in a week, you buy that package, and now you get yours done. Now you got everybody else covered. Does that make sense? Or get the one above that. Makes sense, whichever one. But I will wait until your 30 days, until you get that response back from the credit bureaus to buy your next package.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Then I'd go over here just to show everybody, Dre and I both have our own packages. I pay for my own package every single month, and I get my 4 GAs every single month, and I just stack them like everybody else. Here you go. Here's my 5 tokens, 65 tokens. And I keep stacking them every single month, and I don't utilize them anymore. But normally I burn, but I've burned everything figuring out the software. So I'm gonna go into the most important part of this system. Does anybody have a question about pricing going forward?
Constance. So hopefully I answered your question. You said how many attack areas can you access with one token? So kind of reword that your question for you. Were you asking how many negative items can you dispute per one token?
Yeah,
Was that your
I
question?
think that's my question. Yes.
Okay, got you. So I can generate 1 trillion letters and use one token. Okay? I can generate 1 trillion letters for one person and use one token.
Okay.
Now, like we're talking about right now, no, we didn't go over that yet. The updating your profile. Now, if I'm generating 1 letter for one person and I mess up on the profile, I have to regenerate it. It does not matter how many letters, it's all messed up. It's all messed. I only generated 1 letter, Drake. That's still messed up. You still gotta redo it. Okay. But to answer that question for everybody, so we can move forward about this, you can generate 1 million letters and only use one token, one GA. Makes sense?
Explain the mess up though. How do you mess it
I'm
up?
gonna get into it.
Okay.
We're gonna go over that next. Constance, I was just trying to answer your question, but we're gonna talk about how you mess up.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I hit that point. You can, Constance, we can use, if you have 1 million negative items on your credit report, you can use one token and it will dispute every single 1 million items on there.
Okay, got it.
But if you mess up in this next part that we're gonna teach you guys, now you have to use a whole nother token.
Okay.
Makes sense?
It does.
Because that AI generated, for example, that AI generated Constant B Dobbins. Well, your name is Constant A Dobbins. But on every line, it's gonna say Constant A Dobbins. It doesn't matter. You have to read. Beautiful. All right, go ahead.
So
When I go back to the yeah, John.
I got 2 questions because Dre just prompted one. So when you have a mess up, if you can cover it, because I see Lucia asking something similar in the chat. When you have a mess up, like how do you pull that out, or how do you recognize it so you don't send it to print? And then the other was on pricing. At what date in the month does the pricing actually hit your credit, debit card, whatever you have set up?
On pricing, it'll tell you where it is in the month. You scroll down over here and I'll tell you when to take it. So my start date was depending on where it falls. So that's it takes it every 30 days. What Lucia is saying is something that we answer about when we do the printing. How are you supposed to know when you messed up? Short in the answer, you'll never know. You don't know what you don't know. So that's why the printing company takes to look at it, and why we suggest that you guys start sending out the letters through a printing company, so the printing company will go over it. That's the short answer, but we'll go through it in the long way. You shouldn't really mess up, period. There should be no reason that you mess up if you follow what we teach you. But if you don't follow what we teach you, you will mess up. And I see it every day in the printing company. I see multiple people getting frustrated because they buy the iron package, they run a GA, and then they've messed up because they didn't put the right documentation. They didn't put the right name. They didn't fill out something. And because they didn't fill out something correctly, they get mad at me because I found out that you did something wrong. Like, I'm sorry, but if you send it out and you waste 30 days, which one's more? Your time or your money? Which one do you want to waste? Your time or your money? So we pick it that way. So let's get into the manage all users. Manage profile over here.
I have a question.
Yes, Christina.
Hello.
Are you still working, girl?
I am. You already know. I'm already working. So, quick question. So I'm trying to, of course, trying to work on mine, work on 2 of my friends, my mom, actually, no, 3 friends. So I told them, I said, let me work on my stuff first. So I can make sure I'm doing this correctly and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, what would be like a good package?
Silver.
Silver.
If
Okay.
you get the silver off the bat, if you're doing, you said 3
3
friends, that's
friends
4
and my mom.
and 5. Ooh, yeah, get the silver. You don't need the 17 right off the bat.
Okay.
Get the silver. Here's the thing. Follow what I'm going to go over right now to a T.
Okay.
I mean, watch it perfectly. Go through it to a T. If you do it like I tell you, you will never mess up. But this is where everybody messes up, and they mess up over here 9 times out of 10.
Okay. All
Okay?
right. Can you go back to the pricing
Sure.
page for me, please?
Sure. What's up? What do you want to see?
Okay. So I will say this. I bought the bronze package, I think it was on Saturday.
Okay.
I think it
Okay.
was. So I haven't used
Utilize
anything yet.
your
So-
GAs first. Utilize you and your 3 friends. Finish that. After that, I would suggest upgrading to the silver.
Gotcha.
Are these people paying you?
Yes. Oh, I'm
Atta
yeah.
girl. Atta girl.
My time is sensitive. So.
Christina, we're gonna go over pricing. Wow. I almost just started talking about that. Stop, Dre. Stop. So I'm not gonna talk about that right now because that's on our no, not Friday, Wednesday. We have our master class on Wednesday. That's what we'll be going over that. Okay. But when we end this class, if anybody's ready to jump off, when we end this class, you guys can jump off. Christina, stay with me for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna share something for you. Since you're taking clients, since you're receiving money, I'm gonna share something with you before we get off. Okay.
Everybody that's here that's going to start to take clients, you want to take your friends and family at the beginning. Do not wait. Why? If you take 9 months to get a result, you wasted 9 months while somebody could have taken 2 months to get a result. Because their profile is completely different than yours. That's the beautiful part about credit. Credit is not an exact science. It is a beautiful, beautiful flower. It will bite the shit out of you like a rose if you go up the wrong way. But if you do it right, it's a beautiful thing and it will get done quick. You just got to give it its time and give it the right due course in what we're doing. That's why we go over this thoroughly. I'll make sure that I go over this thoroughly with every single one of you and I ask questions. Ask me as many questions as you want. I am not going home until we call this. My wife knows this is my late night. I am not going to see my daughter tonight. So I am here taking time out of my day to spend time exactly with every single one of you. So get all the questions that you need out so we can get perfect. I don't want anybody leaving here and say, well, I don't know. We don't want that. I want you to say, hey, I may be a little confused, but I know what he was saying. I'd rather that than I don't know. Maybe it's too much info, than anything else. So let's get into the manage all users section over here and click manage profile. When I click manage profile, I'll click this add profile over here, and I'm going to break this down. Now, Dre's live technique. I want everybody to pull out their ID if you don't know. But if you know, you don't got to pull out your ID. Look at your ID and tell me if the address on your ID matches the place that you are looking around and living in at the moment. Put a 1 in the chat if it matches. Put a 2 in the chat if it doesn't. Dre, you know the drill. Even me, I'll put a 2 in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got a lot of 2s. Before my 1s, okay? Very simple. Very easy. Just make sure your proof of address matches your ID. Exactly. Okay. And then use your ID to fill out all the data. But if your ID does not match, this is how we're going to go. We're going to do this by colors, ladies and gentlemen. So my first color will be blue. And it will be your ID or passport. Now, for anybody that has a passport, the passport is the hack. When your ID does not match the address that you live in, I would rather you put your passport than your ID or driver's license. If you don't have a passport, doesn't make a difference. ID over here. And then, or passport, PP. This is all that you need to fill out. So name, first name, last name, and then DOB. I know I'm writing it. That just made no sense. I'm sorry, guys. I just wasted everybody's time on that one. That was just dumb on my part. I realized after I was writing DOB, I'm like, do you realize that it says DOB right underneath it? Dumb. Long day. Okay. Next. Cool. Good question over here. How many people have a social security card? Put a 1 in chat. Okay, hold on. Let me change that. Where's my wallet? There's my wallet. How many have a social security card that looks like this? Little beat up, but at least it looks in shape. Put a 1 in the chat. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, got a lot of 1s. Perfect. Good. So if you got your social security card, I want you to put your social security card over here. Now, if you got a beat up social security card, you can't read the numbers, you can't read the thing, it ain't signed. First, I'll sign it. Okay? It ain't signed. You can't read nothing. Go to the Social Security Administration and get yourself a new one, first and foremost, because it's going to make this process miserable if you don't have it. Secondly, you're going to add your W-2. So this is Social Security card, SSC, or W-2. Okay? That's the only place that you get that from. We don't get it from any other place. Does that make sense? Cynthia, I see you nodding. Okay? Now, next piece over here. I'm going to put it in green. Your proof of address, POA, not power of attorney, ladies and gentlemen. POA stands for proof of address. Now it can be used both ways in this case. You can add a power of attorney, but we talk about proof of address right now. Your proof of address is a bank statement. It is a utility bill. It is a driver's insurance card or driver's insurance or anything from a Fortune 500 company. Now, my favorite thing is I like the bank statement. First page of the bank statement's all you need. Okay? Like this. And it has to look like this. Comes in the mail. Okay? This came in the mail, comes to my desk. Okay? All 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want all 4 corners on that item that's there. Why? Because they like to verify the document. They like to make sure the document is not fake. It's real. Because they have people that forge documents to say that they live in an area that they don't live in. Does anybody know why they want you to provide a proof of address? Come off mute if you know why. Dre, this one's not for you.
Right now.
No? Nobody even want to take a step?
Because you want to use the correct address of where you are instead of the old one.
Why? But why?
You need to verify, and because that's going to make it easier. It's going to make it easier to dispute.
You want the right path. You want the right path, but finish it. You want the right path. You said they're going to verify. Why do they want to verify where you are?
So that's how they tie you to the account.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Credit Hustler, how long you been in the game? You've been call yourself Credit Hustler. How long you been in the game?
Couple months.
Couple months? Okay, all right. I agree. Yes, that's how they tie you to the account.
Which makes it easier for the dispute.
Well, when we remove the previous addresses, that's what Dre was talking about. When we remove the previous addresses, that's why this is the most important part of the software. when we remove the previous addresses, they cannot tie the account to the previous addresses. So when they cannot tie the account to the previous addresses, what happens? It's no longer verifiable.
Right.
That's why I said you were on the right. You were on the right track. You were literally on the right track. Now, Lucia, you're right. Correspondence. The reason that they want it to be the updated one is because they want you to receive correspondence. But lately, the correspondence for people that have an Experian account, TransUnion, Equifax account have been getting it in email. So they really haven't been getting correspondence unless there have been removals. So at the end of the day, okay, correspondence is not really as big as it used to. When I started credit repair 15 years ago, okay, I realized I've been telling everybody that I've been credit repair for 10 years. I looked at the calendar, I'm like, holy shit, it's been 15 years. I took 5 years off for no reason. I'm like, damn man, I'm getting old. So 15 years ago when I got started, everything came through the mail. Even the stall letter came through the mail. You didn't get it via email. You would ask for it via email, but you didn't get it via email. So now, excuse me, but now we get everything via email if they have your email on file. So it is good to actually have that email on file. Okay. So now after I've done all of this, after we've set all of this up, okay, we come down over here, and I don't fill any of this other data in. Why?
Can I ask a quick question? I'm sorry. So up there at the top where it says the first name, so if there is a middle name, do we put that in that one box there?
So I can teach you a little bit of a hack. You technically can put everything in the first name box, and you don't have to put it in the last name box.
Okay.
So if the person's name is John Smith Jones, you can literally put it like that.
Okay.
But the reason that we tell you to do this is there is a character cap. Okay, there is a character cap, so that's why we tell you to do first and last name. So that's why I tell you right off the bat, always take the middle name and leave it with the first name and to rock and roll. So now it looks something like this.
Gotcha. Okay, so now what if there's like a junior, senior, something like that? Would that go in there with the last name as well?
Very good question. Wow, two very good questions out of you.
So you putting the last name and the first name. What is that?
That sounds like Tracy.
That is me.
Damn. Okay. No, without the camera on, I know who the voice is now.
It's me.
Yes, you can put it in the last name, Tracy. You can do that. You put the junior, you put the third, the fifth, whatever else over here, in this last spot over here. It's the best way to put it in the last name one, because that usually comes at the end. And I'll teach you guys something when we move on to the next slide. Okay? When we're finished over here, after we're done, I don't ever fill out the rest of the data, because I guarantee somebody in here, and if I have a show of hands, we don't have a show of hands, you want to throw 1 or 2 in the chat, throw 2 in the chat if you've had credit repair before. Throw 2 in the chat if you have. Okay, thank you, Christina. Thank you, Mike. Okay, I had 2 people already put that they've had credit repair in the chat. I got 4 people now put it in the chat. Okay. At the end of the day, if you've had credit repair before, people are using our software for credit repair. So we always make sure we tell you, don't fill the rest of the stuff in, just in case you're in our version. You're in our version of the software. We need to figure it out. So what you have to do is hit save and see if any pop-ups come up. If it says your email is already in use, FYI, the person that you paid to do credit repair is using our software to fix. Was using our software to fix your credit, which means you just found out how much we're getting, paying somebody to fix your credit, and the software they were using, how much they were paying a month. They were legitimately paying $40 to fix your credit. That's messed up. Now that I say that in retrospect, that's really messed up. I'm gonna click. Instead of clicking save, I'm gonna click manage all profiles, and I'm gonna go over here to the sample client. Now that we have it, I'll show you what it looks like. So now, when it comes over here, first name, sample, date of birth. That's what I was telling you guys. If your ID doesn't match, this is what the twos your information would look like. Twos, you would have your driver's license. Okay, you see this one's Oklahoma. This Bill's in New York. Okay, so this is exactly what it looks like. Now, does everybody see what these IDs look like? Throw a 1 in the chat if you see what this information looks like. If you do not want to get a stall letter, if you do not want the Bureau to be a pain in the behind with you, you need to make it look like this. Guys, I'm serious about, guys and gals, I'm serious about this right now. I had somebody submit a ID with a coffee stain on it today. Like, it was not legible. Like, legit had coffee on it. Like, they did not care that they were submitting. They just did it to do it. We've got to be better when we're submitting, especially if you're in our software. Make sure that it looks like this. 4 corners. We call it bank ready documents. 4 corners. Boom. Here's all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's all 4 corners again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your Social Security. Sign. And here's the proof of address. Boom. All 4 corners has your address and everything there.
Hey,
Okay?
Christina, can you make sure? I know you're working, Christina, but certain parts I need you to 100% look at. I know somebody else might have a credit hustler. You already know this one, but pay attention to this part, guys, because Christina, you having clients. If your clients send you documents that don't look like this, do not accept it, Christina. So that's why I'm taking a pause to talk to you, because you just say you have clients, family members. Family members might just say, let me just send this to her. No, I might be your family, but I'm a freaking businesswoman, Christina. You're a businesswoman. Make sure they look like this. If they don't look like this, tell your family members, your friends to resubmit them. Okay? Just try to make sure you guys get that. This is important. Don't just brush over this. This is important. All right. I have a lot of women got hair, fingernails, all covering half your face. What we doing? Makes sense?
Listen, I have a question behind what we're talking about.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. So this is in regards to personal stuff. So I have a first name, 2 middle names, and a last name, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole nother story. But I never put that on anything. So I always have just a first name and a middle name, and my last name usually signed. Is that going to create an issue for anything?
Say it again. I wanna hear it one more time. I don't think I processed that completely. Say it one more time.
Sure thing. Now you good. So let's say my name is ABCD, okay?
Okay.
That's what's on my Social Security card.
Okay.
I never sign or put anything on my for instance, driver license or my utility bill. All it's gonna say is ABD.
Girl, you got the best hack in the world. You got the best hack in the world. You know why?
I never intentionally put it on everything, so no one can 100% steal my identity.
Well, not even steal your identity. Nobody else can tie it back to you 1,000%.
That's fair and fact.
Okay, they can't tie that back to you. Because here's the thing: if you're a junior, right? If you're a junior, and everything matches except JR, they're putting Junior's information on Pop. Is Junior liable for the information on his credit report?
No.
And neither is Pop. Because Pop is not Junior, and Junior is not Pop. So you are not the person that you're saying you are. Technically, legally, I'm going to say this. Dre, make sure you cut this out. You're technically committing fraud
Oh yeah, I'll cut that out.
You're taking.
I'll record and
I'm,
stop.
but here's the thing of what I'm saying. I want you to understand this. It is to a sense fraud. Why is it fraud? Because knowingly you know it's not your full name, and you're still going forward and filling it out without it being your full name. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's technically defrauding the bank and the banking system by not putting your full name. But hey, if they gave you the money anyway, that's on them. That's not on you.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to make sure you're doing your personal information correctly, removing your PIs, removing your information, updating your information, getting rid of your old names, getting rid of your old addresses, putting your full name, so that when it comes down to that point, okay, say, well, look, I don't know who this person is because it ain't me. My name is A, B, C, and there's a hyphen with the C, D. I don't know who ABD is. That ain't me. You feel me?
I do, but my driver license, now I'm taking it all in. So I just want to make sure I clarify step for step so you can bust everything down for me in the crowd. So my driver license also say with my picture ABD.
Now what you do is, what state you in?
Tennessee.
Girl, get your ass to the DMV. I know they quick over there because I'm trying to get my ass on out over there. Okay? Get your ass to the DMV. Get that shit changed to add your full name. But when you send it in, there is no discrepancy. That's a guys. I want to tell everybody what the hack to the system is that I just gave her. Okay, and you got to understand that and do this. Everybody that has the ability to get to the DMV to change their driver's license that can do that and has the ability to do that, do that. Do that ASAP. Okay, change it to the new address. Change it to the new place that you're in. Put your full name on your driver's license. Put what you need to. Okay, because it is a hack to change who you say you are. That is a federal ID. Now, when you filled out your information in the first place, right? It should have been filled out with your full name. And the person that was at the DMV office the first time was lazy that they didn't do that. Because I guarantee you your full name is also on your birth certificate that you needed to get your driver's license in the first place. So they were lazy asses right in the beginning on the first time for not letting you fill out that ID the right way from the beginning. And you know why I know that? Because Texas, I saw this. There was a lady with 7 last names, and she had all 7 on that shit, on that damn ID.
But you know, back in the day, the DMV, they just put down whatever you told them to put down.
If they're verified, so over here in New York, I never had that. New York over here, they verified that shit when you're ID your thing. The verification process was a must. They have to verify the person. I can't speak for another state that I'm not in.
Right.
Okay. So I can't speak for that one, but I'm gonna tell everybody, if you're in there and you have that, somebody just gifted you a gift from God. Get your ass to the DMV. Get your ass to the DMV. Go get that checked and fixed, and make sure that all your names are on there so you can do what needs to be done.
Cool. Because yeah, I've never, besides my social security card and birth certificate, it's not on anything.
It normally never is. That was my biggest hack when I was running my business. Okay, that was my biggest hack. That's what I mean. Okay, Connecticut does too. Oh shit, I didn't know Connecticut does too. I thought we were the only crazy ones that had crazy people verifying. I remember I waited at the DMV. Got my first license. I waited at the DMV for 8 hours to get my permit. After they did all the verification, everything. But I was in the city at the time, so it is what it is. But it was like 8 hours that I waited to get my permit. It was disgusting. And then I needed all the documentation. I remember the lady. And it was an old lady too, and she went line by line. I was like, at least she's thorough. But that's a hack that you guys just got. And also the passport is a hack. If anybody doesn't have a matching ID, now technically, what's your name, sweetie? The Chile? How do you pronounce it?
That's actually Shell.
Oh, okay. Shell, okay. Shell, I got you. Shell, let me ask you a question. Does your passport have your name spelled incorrectly on this too?
It does actually expire this year.
How did multiple people let you get away with that?
I've been doing it all my life.
I'm not. No, I'm saying. Look.
Yeah, you're not knocking me. You're knocking them. I get it.
I'm. That's weird because when you provide your social security and your birth certificate, it has to match 1,000%. Especially when you're leaving the country, you have to provide who you are, and if it doesn't come up direct, that's not who you are. You could be somebody completely different. You could be James Bond for all we know it.
Well, their hands probably got tired before they got all the names written.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, well, we can go on all day with that. That's the thing.
Right, that's what I said. Let's keep going.
Does anybody have a question with the ID? With your documents that you need? I was gonna say, brain fart.
Real quick, I do. Yeah, for my mail ID, I used a cover letter from the IRS. Is that okay? It just said why it's a front paper that has your full name on it and it has the IRS on top, but the rest of the paper is blank.
For your ID?
No, for the proof of address.
Oh yeah. Like,
bro. No, I got my ID and
I was like, what?
I have to reload my social security number or my social security card because it's not signed, so I have to reload that. I know, but yeah, the proof of address it's a cover letter from the IRS. It has my full name on it, my address, and in the top corner it has the IRS logo. Perfect. But the rest of the paper is blank.
Perfect. It's from it's from an official government place. Then yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're good.
All right. Cool.
Great question, brother. Great question.
Okay, let me push this forward on what he said for future people, just in case. Any government thing that comes in through the mail via the government, except, guys, please don't do this because a lot of people do this. Okay, anything that's delinquent, okay, do not use. But anything else that comes in that you can use, anything that Social Security, whatchamacallit, any notices or things that you need, you can use it. DMV is also good as well. What else? Shit, I forgot. There's a bunch of stuff. I usually said this: if it comes to you in the mail and it's not a credit card statement, and please, guys, don't ask me why the credit card statements are not accepted because I don't freaking know. Okay, still for 15 years, it doesn't make sense. Okay, accept the credit card statement if it comes in the mail. Usually it's good to go. But I suggest that if you stay with bank statement, utility bill, and insurance, you're usually good. But again, anything coming from the government is usually perfect. Okay, I'm gonna move on to getting credit monitoring.
I have a quick question, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I have a green card. So I don't have a U.S. passport as yet. And so my driver's license would only have my marriage name.
Okay.
And I have a birth certificate from the country that I was born in.
Okay.
And my passport had my Curry as my last name, but
maiden name.
My maiden name, right, was Curry.
Okay.
But on my birth certificate, it's Gardner because my mom wasn't married. So they gave me the last name, and my country dropped the ball as well because my mommy knew someone in the office, they gave me which was her marriage name. She married my dad eventually, but they gave me his name at the passport office because they knew that they were married, so they automatically, my name is Curry and not her maiden name Gardner because she wasn't married when she had me. So when I got my paperwork here, I had to actually do an affidavit.
No, you
but I don't have.
You had a lot of work that you had to do.
Yeah, I had to do an affidavit to verify that Curry and Gardner is one of the same. So now, nowhere have I ever used Gardner, or I don't. Curry's not on anything that I have right now, right? So do I fall in that same kind of scenario where I sort of my eyes like, hey, this is who I am, versus
I gotta get you something that'll make your life a whole lot easier. Okay,
Please.
your green card, right?
Mhm.
Married now, right?
Mhm.
What's your maiden name?
Curry.
What's your married name? I'm sorry.
My married name is Wright.
Okay, right. Go get your Social Security with right on it. Make your life a whole lot easier.
My Social Security has Wright.
Okay.
Possibly.
So that you have as long as your driver's license and Social Security have right on it, don't worry about it. You're good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
That's it. That you make your life. So I did the same thing with my wife. I want everybody to understand something. Everything beforehand, before you got married, it's a headache. It will always be a headache because sometimes things don't match up all the time. The minute that my wife got married, we hit that I got married to my wife, we hit every office, Social Security, credit cards, everything. I hit them 1, 2, 3 within the same. Well, the next day, within the next day of getting married, we called everything and changed everything, the IDs, everything. Not because I wanted to solidify it, but because I needed to make her life as easy as possible. We walked into the bank where everything was the same. They didn't ask us a single freaking thing. She's got her Social Security card. She's got her driver's license. Everything that was signed legally by the documentation that needed to be done is done and complete. And that's how you don't give yourself a headache. And you're actually, when you do your personal information, will change all the other crap that you need to get rid of. Makes your life a whole lot easier. Do it if you're divorced too. Yes, change your name back. Change your name back immediately. Okay? Immediately. Do not keep anything there. Again, because that's not who you are anymore. Remember, truth of proving fact. We are telling them this is who we are. So God forbid something happens. I'm no longer that person. I don't even know who that person is.
So
That's what we're letting them. Okay?
So
now, what happened, Tracy? I'm sorry.
So do not hyphenate. So like I'm Clark.
So I can only tell you what my wife did. I can't talk to other people. So my wife did her last name as her middle name. She did not hyphenate because if you're hyphenate, here's the thing: if you hyphenate, you're actually keeping your name in the last name scenario. But if you make it your middle name and there is no hyphen, your last name is your spouse's last name. And if you get rid of it, you're taking that middle name and you're making it your last name again.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All hacks to the game. Okay. I'm gonna get to credit monitoring. Damn, we just spent a lot of that on PI, man. I want everybody to understand something. Those were all phenomenal questions. Not great questions. Phenomenal questions. Okay.
That's my question about software.
Uh-oh.
About the software?
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Because I'm just slightly confused about the printing part still.
Wait until I get to that part. Wait until let's generate a letter and then you can ask me anything you want about printing, okay?
Okay.
And you can ask me all the questions about printing that you want, all right?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
About this page.
Yes.
We did this page for like 20 minutes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so
You're
sorry.
good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You got it. Go.
And I know it's my fault, and I feel like it's slow, but I bought the I think the gold package, but I messed up because I've been stuck and so scared. I think I put all the information. It came back. It said the credentials or something was wrong, and I reached out to you, Dre, a couple of times. And you were remember, and you were gonna walk me through, and we were hitting and missing.
Yes.
So, and I had like 5 people sitting in the thing. So I tried to remove them.
How do you pronounce your name, Marby?
My name is Mari.
Mari, let's do this. Let's move through here. I'll work with you right after. Okay.
Awesome. Thank
I
you.
will literally take you on right after because I have to train the new kid. His name is Max.
Yes.
Everybody, I want everybody to give Max a big up. Max is in here. Max is getting trained to do these. And Max will be trained to do the one-on-ones as well. So whenever anybody needs help, Max is going to be the one that's going to help you. He just dropped the hey in the chat. So let's get with Max. Okay.
So Mari, you stick on, Mari, and I got somebody else sticking on, but Mari, you stick on.
Thank you. I will.
Thank you.
All right, Joanne. Please don't kill me right now. My head's hurting.
Last question on this screen. Then we got to move forward.
I'm going to have to turn this camera on.
What? How do you?
Hey, all 4 addresses. I mean the address. Oh shit! All the addresses have to match.
Yes.
One. Okay.
Hold on. They don't all have to match.
Oh.
No, that's a lie. I apologize. You want the proof of address to be the main address. If it matches, even better.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, your ID is your proof to prove who you are. Okay. Your social security proof that you're a citizen, and then your proof of address proof where you live.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was a dumb thing. Brain fart. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna finish this one up right here. Credit monitoring. Since I have a credit report that was provided to me by the lovely person over here, okay, I can't do it. So I can't show you guys exactly, but there's usually a little plus sign over. Okay, I click the plus sign on the top over here, and I'll go to a page like this. Your username, credit monitoring username, is your email address for My Free Score Now. Your password for My Free Score Now, and then make sure it says both MFSN default report and Epic Pro report. Hit save and you're done. Done. So finished, easy, completed. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Okay. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Nothing. Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. After that, you hit save. I showed this to somebody today. If you hit save, it'll bring you back to the screen over here, up at the top, and it'll be green. Okay, when it pulls, and it will say successful pull. Okay. It's successful pull. Now that you come over here, scroll down, and you'll see these 2 over here. You see these 2 over here, and you have the pencil. Okay, you have the pencil. And if you process HTML, you'll see your credit report. Now, why did I do that? I wanted to just make sure the credit report is there. Again, hit the pencil, process HTML, and that's a credit report. Done. Once your profile looks like this, okay? Once your profile looks like this, you are ready to go. You hit save, and you move on. Is that cool?
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions on the profile, setting up the profile? Throw 1 in the chat if you have a question. Throw 2 in the chat if you're ready for me to move on.
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Lawrence. I think that's Lawrence, right?
Yes. when you said that we put in our email address and password for my free score now, is it going to be the clients or is it going to be ours?
Depends what you're doing. If you're doing a client, it's going to be your clients. If you're doing yourself, you're going to put yours.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Depends on who you're doing. If you're doing you. If you're doing them. Because this is also going to be their information. So whoever's the information that you're filling out, that's who you're going to put their information. You're also going to put this over here. Okay?
Okay.
Cool beans. All right. No questions. Can I see a bunch of ones and twos in the chat? 1 to move on, 2 to stay. Again, I'm going to say this. I appreciate everybody that's joined here. I'll say it verbally. I know Dre has put it a couple times, but I'm going to say it verbally. I appreciate everybody taking your time out on a Monday night. I know you're probably just getting off of work or you're still working and doing something. I appreciate you guys taking the time to be with us. I know that we're trying to get through this as quickly as possible, but you guys are having fantastic questions. At the end of the day, I can't really do much about that. Okay. Let's get over here. This is done. I'm going to go back to the home screen. I'm seeing a bunch of ones. Let's rock. We're going to go down to send rounds of attack. And send rounds of attack is empty over here. For you guys, it's going to be empty. I've created a bunch of attacks. So now that we see a bunch of attacks, we're going to go to the attack area. When we go to the attack area, okay, we're going to select our sample client. Now, I always ask this question. For my veterans that come to this, you're not allowed to answer. Okay? For the people that are old, in this, who've been to multiple meetings, you're not allowed to answer. For my newer people, I need you and only you to answer. So for Christina, Jonathan, Melissa, Tonya, I got all the Mike, Mr. Schmitty, don't answer this. Okay? We're gonna answer the question. How long do you guys think it takes to do a letter? Does it take an hour? Does it take 2 hours? Does it take a day? Does it take a week? Does it take a month? Does it take a year? How long do you guys think it takes to actually run a letter?
1 minute.
1 minute? Yo, girl, I just said for you not to answer. Oh, I didn't call you. All right, but you an old head. You were here on Friday.
Old head.
You were here on Friday.
Where did I become an old head?
Who was that?
As soon as you show up to one class.
Who was that?
You literally got all my tactics after you show up to one class, and you showed up to the advanced class of all of them.
After one class, you old school.
You are, yeah, damn right. After four classes, you were straight OG.
Right. After you come to our mastermind class, you know what you're doing. You're OG in this, all right?
You're OG. Okay. I think there's only one person.
Though. I got something to say.
Go for it. Who said that?
Tanya, I've been masquerading, and I'm just gonna be honest, like for real. I need somebody to read me my credit score and tell me, because I've seen it. I look at it all the time.
So, Tanya,
and I know.
Hold on.
Tanya,
hold on. Dre, let her talk, man. I want to hear what you say.
I thought she stopped.
No, I heard her. She needs somebody to read her credit score, and then I didn't finish it. And then what do you need out of your credit score?
See, I still need to call these people for removals. Okay, that's where I am, and I hate to, but this I'm just going around in circles because I don't know what to. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Some of them say inquiries. Some of them.
So Tanya, I will get with you. All right, so we use a software to kind of like, it's a cheat code. You don't have to learn per se on how to read your report because you're gonna let the AI do it. But if you want to use the AI, the software plus other methods, then yes, I will sit down with you, Tanya, and we're gonna be. I have a so ask me about that, Tanya. Bring that up, and I'll go over that tomorrow.
I got the software. I got everything I need to do, but I just don't.
Hold There's a lot of noise. Hold on. Mute some people. All right, say that again, Tanya.
I said I got everything. I got the software. I got my profile with my free. I got everything, but I just don't know what to do.
Okay, so when you give your report, you start looking at the negatives. Oh, do we have collections, increase, charge-offs, late payments? We look at those. If we're using the software, then that's no brainer because we let the software do it for us.
All I have
Makes
to
sense?
do is connect the software with my
That's
free.
it.
I don't have to call you.
That's so. So if you're using the methods, if the methods that I'm giving you guys, there's certain things that you gotta do for that. So for the methods, I have a method where you can call in. I have methods where you can go to the portal itself.
Maybe if you
know what I'm saying?
If I gave you my
Those methods.
password and you went in and looked at it and say, Tanya, this is what you need to do, because that's what I need.
Tanya,
like, and I just
call.
feel
I
so.
got you. Come to the call tomorrow. I got you. All right. I'm just gonna do like a quick. Yes, tomorrow. It's inside the calendar. I'm gonna do a quick Q&A for you guys because it's starting to get more and more people. We're almost at 1,000 members. My inbox is freaking blown out the hinges. Like yeah, seriously, I'm not trying. If I took too long to respond to you guys, right now I just got 50 messages. No overs. I'm not overdoing it. 0. We're doing more classes. I'm going to add in a Tuesday class. I'm going to add in a Friday class. Since we're moving the masterminds to Wednesday, I'm going to take a Friday class. Okay, give you guys more time with me to ask me more questions like this. All right, Tanya. So say this question until tomorrow. That way we can get through this software, and then I will come on call with you, and I'll say, all right, we see your report. Go through it. Makes sense? I'll read it with you, saying, hey, this is what's wrong with it. You got this. You got this increase on this bureau, this.
Yes.
This is your
And
game
then
plan.
just to let
Make sense?
know, I had 21 points go up somehow. I don't know how, but thanks you guys.
Thank you. Hey, also, Tanya is real quick. Tanya, she's the one who won that Cash App, right, Tanya?
I sure did. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys. Just from showing up, I'm paying you guys to show up. It pays to show up. Make sense? So again, when we tell you guys to come on these calls, it's just not for us. We're going for you guys, but also I'm paying you guys to show up. Makes sense? I'm paying you to learn. Who else is doing that? I'm paying you to learn. Well, he's doing that.
Hey, you said who else is doing that?
We just got I wasn't talking to you. Everybody else. Who else is doing that? All right. He paid somebody in my community. He fought somebody, Louis, a chain. Why? Because he showed up. Because Louis is executing. Makes sense?
I got the
guys coming here.
Right.
You're gonna
see it.
What's up?
I gotta ask.
Look how much that chain. Look how much that chain was that Louis got.
What's up, Tracy?
Okay, to you and Allie both. Okay, this is what happened to me. Now, remember when I had those inquiries moved off of TransUnion, and I had 20 inquiries, and I got 19 out of those 20 removed. Okay, something within my spirit told me to call today and check on that. The agent said, "Oh, the inquiries have been re-put back on your account because I noticed my score just went up 29 points. And then I look at it again, it didn't drop 29 points. I'm like, what the heck? So I called, and then I talked to the people that said they added the inquiries back on. And then when I spoke to the supervisor, he said, "Oh yeah, they are back on here. But we can they removed them again. But how is that possible that they can re-put inquiry back on your account? So now because of their mistake, oh, it was our system that did it. So now y'all made my score
I got
down.
you. So a lot of stuff when we dispute through online, really getting proof that that person is deleting it. Unless you guys say, well, the call is recorded. But we want to, again, that's why a lot of people don't teach the whole call, because we don't have anything in writing that is being removed.
Recorded it.
Makes
I recorded
sense?
the call.
Yeah, remember what I said. Remember what I said. The calls are recorded, so you can play that card, pull that card. Hey, the call was recorded. Damn it! But if you don't pull that card, and now they say, well, shit, I had a card. So I tell people, I'm starting to tell people, when you do those inquiry removals, I tell people, hey, I want email documentation saying what has about this a transcript of this call. I want a transcript of this call saying, yes, I called you and you said yes, this was being removed. I want a documentation emailed to me. Now, if that shit comes back, well, now I got to record it and I have an email of you saying it was being removed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, so next time when you get back on the phone with them, hey, remember this shit happened? Remove it, right? Right. Okay, this time I want this shit in writing. Here's my email. Go ahead, give me a little transcript of what transpired during this call. Tell me that what got removed, what didn't get removed on this call, so I can have that in an email. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Okay. Let's try to fly through this. So all of these,
here's the thing,
all these
guys,
questions, we can
focus
hit
on
them
the
at the end.
software questions. Don't focus on the community questions, because here's
Yes.
the thing. I'm going to say this to everybody respectfully. Community questions are community questions. We're focusing on the software because I'm not handling the stuff in the community. Dre's got all this stuff in the community that I don't even know what it is. Like I told you guys, I handle Metro 2. So let's focus directly on the stuff that's at hand right in front of us, and we'll focus on the other stuff after. Reading reports, I'm going to definitely go over on reading a report and a hack with reading the report right now, and how to use the AI to let the AI read the report for you, so you don't have to know how to read a credit report. Okay, and we're going to make this real quick. So I know a bunch of people answered that question over there. Seconds, yes. Some people that are writing seconds, look at about 30 seconds with this maximum efficiency. This is the only one of the pre-created AI that I will ever pick. It's maximum efficiency focus. Okay, come over here, put the printing team in, put M2 Forge in. Okay, that's the name of the software, and hit generate. And now, in about 30 seconds, for it to write the letters, generate the letters, send them off to us, you don't have to do anything. Now, normally I would go through this whole spiel, but at the end of the day, I think everybody's got 30 seconds when they're on the toilet to be able to generate their letters. Let's be real, because I know there's at least 5 people that generated on the Porter John this morning. At least 5. That's okay, because that's all it takes. That's literally all it takes, is to go click that button, click here, and do that. Now, that's just efficient. That's just efficient. Okay? Let's talk about how to make this attack so effective in the orientation that it literally is just easy. So this is how we're going to do it. Ready, guys? I'm going to swap this from maximum all the way to the bottom and click do it yourself. When I click do it yourself, I'm going to click generate. Now it's going to release a whole different level of the software. Come over here. It's going to say the Epic Pro report. That's the most aggressive report. It's going to say blast furnace, MPEP. That's the most aggressive attack. Now we're going to select the first 30-day mark, which is blast furnace 1. Remember, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240. Why did I break that all down? Because if you make a mistake, you do not go to 2. If you make 5 mistakes, you do not go to 6. If you make a mistake, you stay at 1. And you just keep regenerating 1. Because what happens is people will go over here. They'll say, I make 6 mistakes, and they go out and send 6. The best one that I heard, though, I can't make this. The best one that It was the 8th month, so I sent out the. It's not that you laughing. You know that's funny because you know damn right. You're like, shit, that actually makes sense. You know, I would do something like that. Even me, I was like, damn, that does make sense. So between everybody that's here, this is 240 days. Okay, this is 240 days. This is the first 30 days. So I'm gonna click here. Now, it does not make a difference which one you click. Somebody asked me this on Friday, so I'm going to tell you this. It does not matter if you click blue or you click green. It does not make a difference. The reason that I click blue is if I hit generate and I have a fat finger moment, it's only going to generate 6 letters. If I hit generate like this, it will generate a bunch of letters for me that I will cry off of if I generated this month. So let's get over here and hit check blue. I leave everything over here. I don't touch anything and I just hit next. Now the AI is reading the report. It's breaking every negative item down in the report and it's coming back. This is a pop-up that just says the address doesn't match. You hit okay. You don't care because we're not sending any address. We're not sending any letters to the creditors. Okay, we're not sending any letters to the creditors. So what happens is, now that that's done, this is the first spot check that you guys are going to have. Okay, you see where it says client info? This is your first spot check. Everything that you did in your managed profile is going to be right here. If you did it correctly, this should be filled out perfectly. If it looks like this, you did a great job. Move on. Go back to general settings. Okay, now I click hide positive items. I click include all 3 bureaus. Why do we want to include all 3 bureaus? Ladies and gentlemen, Metro 2 is based upon the CDIA knowledge that everything should be uniform across all 3 bureaus. If you're not sending it to all 3 bureaus, you're not doing yourself any good. Okay? So, at the end over here, excuse me, I hit scroll down by accident. Okay? I go down to this little green circle. Who wants to be my how do I say this? My student for the evening. Who wants to be the Christina? You already did it, so you're gonna be my student. I already got you. How about you, Constance? Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Is it okay? Cool. All right. Do you mind being my student for the evening, or are you shy being on?
I'm not shy. Let's go for it.
Let's go. Perfect. So I'm explaining to you this. When you come to this green little circle over here, you're going to click this number 1. This is going to be your first negative item. It's going to take it to the top. You're going to put it over here. I'm going to highlight what it is the first time. And then after that, you tell me you got it. We're going to rock and roll, okay? So I'll go over here. This is your negative item. Neg item. Right? And this is the type of negative item. So what is that type of negative item, Constance? Read it back.
That's the personal identifier information.
Okay. Who's going to be keeping notes for Constance? This is how you guys are going to do it. Put it in the chat. Abbreviate it. You don't write personal identifier information in the chat. Just put PI. Make your life nice and easy. Okay? Somebody put it in. There we go. Beautiful. I'm seeing it over here. Loud and clear. Let's do this. Okay? So Constance, you know those boxes. You know where they are, right?
I think so.
All right. You ready? I'm gonna delete the green. Let's get to it. Ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
What's number 2?
Public records information.
Anybody in the chat? Put pub. P-U-B. Let's go. Number 3. Now, Constance, I'm going to say this to you. If you see something that's the same, put same. If you see something that is different, say what it is, okay? So let's rock with this.
Inquiries information.
Perfect.
Same as the last one.
Okay, one more time. Here's number 5.
Same. Inquiries.
So would you assume everything in that poo-poo brown color is an inquiry?
No, because number 3 wasn't number 3
History.
public information or something like that.
I'm gonna click on number 3. There we go. Here's number 3 at the top. Remember that?
Okay. Okay. Inquiries.
Okay. You
Then I
want me
would
to
say yes, then to the brown.
add a girl? So do you think we need to count all 21 brown inquiries?
No, but my OCD would spot check anyway.
Okay. So cool thing for you right now. You ready for this? If you're on a computer, okay, this goes for the people that have a computer. If you don't have a computer, you would have to tap each one. If you have a computer, just go over it, and it'll give you a pop-up on the bottom of each one.
Okay, nice.
And it'll tell you exactly what it is. Now, the only flashing one that we worry about is this number 2. Don't worry about any of the flashing browns. Okay? If any of these are flashing, I haven't seen it with the Epic Pro report. You got any of those flashing? Give me a call. I will help you on that one. Okay? So we know all the browns. Our inquiries. Let's go to the 45. What's 45?
Student loan derogatory lates.
Finish it.
3+ payment information.
Atta girl. Why do I make sure that you read that 3+? Why do I have to make sure you're reading that 3+?
I assume there might be other student loan categories, probably.
There is another student loan category, but why is it important when we're looking at this category that we want to understand that it's 3+?
Oh, well, can't you go? I don't know if you can go into default after those 3+ on your student loans. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna make it a lot more easier. You're definitely taking it a different route. Let's keep it nice and easy, guys. This software is way too easy. Okay, it's just because you have 3 or more late payments. That's it.
Okay, that's a late pay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's all that is. Okay, let's go to 46. Tell me what 46 is.
Probably the same as purple.
Damn, bro, Dre, she on fire. Let's go to 47.
Charge off information.
AOCC, guys. AOCC. AOCC. Why are we writing AOCC? Because it's all other charge-off collection information. It's not a student loan, and it's not a medical charge-off. It's all other charge-off information, or else it would be labeled differently over here. So I want you guys to understand that, right? AOCC in the chat. Okay, I see nobody put the student loan over here. Student loan. SLDL 3+. Thank you, LaSonia. Miss Lawrence. Thank you, Miss Lawrence, for right that. SLDL 3+. Thank you. Let's go. We're gonna move on. 48. You assume 48 is the same?
Yes, because it's red.
Perfect. Let's go to 49.
All other derogatory lates 3+ information.
Perfect. AODL 3+. I think Miss Lawrence. Yep, Miss Lawrence was the first one. Yeah, Dre, we should cash out Miss Lawrence for being the first one, man. She on that like white on rice. Let's go. Next. You assume 50 is good?
Same color, yes.
51?
Yes,
Okay.
same color.
52.
It's different. And it's a little lighter purple, actually. Let's see.
Atta girl.
All other delinquency lates 1 to 2 information.
AODL 1-2. Yep, Miss Lawrence is already on it. Now, Constance, here's a trick question. Have we gone over every color that's there?
Not the green.
Let's click on that green. Technically we have, right?
Right.
Okay. So now we go to this box over here. I'll scroll down.
So
Go for
the
it.
green was charge offs. I thought the green was another. I mean, I thought it was another color.
You're right. The red is the charge off, but why is it green? It's actually a very simple reason why it's green. Why don't you take a guess on why it's really simple. Everybody overlooks it. And I know every single person, all the OGs that are in here that were here on Friday, missed it. and they were giving me
No.
Oh shit, yeah, you got it on the first time. Holy shit, you did get it right. My bad. Oh yes, that was last class. You 100% right. She did get it on the first time. I'm just gonna make you go. Normally everybody don't get it. It's actually a lot easier than everybody thinks it is. It just means it's the last one. That's it.
Oh,
It means the report's done. That's it.
okay, I'll never forget it.
That's exactly it. It's just the last one. Okay?
Okay.
So I scroll down over here after 62. Here's 62 at the top. I scroll down. I double check my information. Here's my photo identification. I know that I uploaded the right ID in the right format, such as JPEG over here. And I know, so here's the thing. If you're not doing this on a computer, if you don't have a computer, that's understandable. But if you do, I suggest that you do it on a computer for this reason and this reason only. When you're uploading your IDs, make sure that you label ID, first name, last name, and then what it is. The place ID, the name, first name, last name, social security, first name, last name, POA. Why? It keeps you organized so you know what it is. If you look over here, you double checking your images are uploaded correctly. It has all the data over here. And you can see that. If the software doesn't upload it, we write a ticket in, they give us back a GA. But if you don't do this and you don't upload a thing, then it's a user error. So that's where all this stuff, if I come in and explain everything to everybody, this is a user error if you don't upload it. This is why you double check it. Everything looks good. Everything looks good down here. It's all JPEG. So we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Okay? I'll come over here. I hit top. I'm gonna make it so easy for everybody over here. Blast furnace. Why am I turning it off and on? Because we got to reset the AI. We got to let the AI read it now with all the data that is selected correct. I click blast furnace 1 because we're in the same 30 days. Now, instead of checking all red or blue, green or blue, we're actually going to check all red and start filling everything in green. Ali, why green? Because we want to send the most aggressive attack to the Bureau right at the beginning. Now, I'm just going to read everything inside of the chat. We have personal identifier. We have a public record. We have inquiries. We have all of the collection charge-off. That's why I said AOCC. Okay? We have student loan derogatory 3+. We had all other derogatory late 3+, and we had all other delinquency late 1-2. Ladies and gentlemen, how many credit bureaus are there? Anybody that have a camera up, just hold up your hand. Melissa, what you holding up over there? Girl, that's a Friday. That's a Friday answer. That's not a Monday. That's not a Monday. Thank you.
One credit.
But aren't they?
Tracy, that's a Friday answer.
What about the secondary, those other credit bureaus? Like,
we can utilize those, but they utilize for certain things.
Okay.
Okay. That's how you make your files more and more expensive when you start sending out to the secondaries.
Okay.
Okay. So my suggestion to you is, it's not a need to send it out to the secondaries right off the shot. Right off the shot, let's shake the tree and see what we can get off right from the beginning. Okay. So this is 3. Let's count these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 3 credit bureaus, so we times it by 3. That's 21. That goes into that first box. You ready for how easy this is? I swear to it's easy. Default. I'm going to do it again. 21. Default. I've done this so much that even my wife knows the numbers on the back of my hand when she hears how many credit bureaus. She was literally saying it today as I was giving somebody a private walkthrough. She goes, 21, default, because that's what it is. You've got to remember this is lights out. You hit next. You make sure that we're going to have that pop-up box pop up. And you click and you make sure that include all 3 bureaus is selected. You click generate letters. Ladies and gentlemen, you are finished. It is done. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to go psychotic, nothing. It is completed. We are finished. That's how easy it is. Now, this is Monday class. For everybody that was here on Friday, you know I do something different on Friday. Friday's class, which will be Wednesday this week, join Wednesday's class. I will go a lot more in depth through the whole software, but this is the basics of it. Now, who wants to see me running at full speed? Okay. Tracy, Melissa, Constance. Okay, watch this, guys. Watch this. Okay. Pull out your phone, anything that you can take to take notes. Time me. I'm on the home page. Okay. Melissa, what do you mean? Will that be the same? Like doing the 21 default? Yes. Wait. The only thing that will change is the round. When you select default, it is letting the system do its aggressiveness. Okay? It's letting the system do its own aggressiveness, and it will choose. But that means you have no control over the letters. On Friday or Wednesday this week, we teach you how to gain back your control. You remember I taught something different on Friday. Remember that? She's like, I gotta come off.
I'm sorry.
I gotta come off mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't on Friday. Or was I on Friday? No, I
You
wasn't
on
on
Friday.
Friday.
You were on Friday.
Was it?
I think you on briefly.
I was, and I had to get off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did remember. You're like, I'll check the recording out.
Yeah, I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Dre did tell me about this today. I know that we've been having a problem with the recordings up on YouTube. We're finding a new program to use to make the audio and voice better. We're working on that, and we'll probably have it squared away by Wednesday. So I'm letting everybody know that we'll have that squared away by Wednesday to get that done, to have better audio and everything, because I know that the audio in class is a lot better. I don't know what happens when we download it. So we'll get that fixed. Who's ready to record? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Now record the stopwatch. Perfect. I got a bunch of 1s going on. Okay. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to do. I will not speak for this. I normally do. Okay. I'm not going to speak for this. Max, do me a favor. I need your help. Come off mute, Habibi.
What the?
Do me a favor. You do 1, 2, 3, go. Okay? You call it.
Okay.
All right?
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, everybody. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna do check all. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Check all my data. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Everything looks good. Go back here. I'm gonna click hide positive items, include all 3 bureaus. Come over here. I'm gonna do it the fast way. Personal information, public record, inquiries, student loan derogatory 3+, AOCC, all derogatory late, 1-2, 62, charge off, sample, boom, 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 top, blast furnace on, blast furnace off, blast furnace, check all, boom, 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 21. Yep. Good job, Tracy. I hear you. There you go. I'll make sure everything is generate letters. You guys can stop your clocks.
You see them times, dog.
Put the times in the chat. John, what did I get? You got me 197.
Hey, John said best time so far was 1 minute and 59 seconds. That was on the last class. This class, we got 130, 129.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Who has 1 minute and 30 seconds? Who has 2 minutes? Let's just round it up. Forget it. Let's just round it up. Who has 2 minutes a month, not a day, a month to get their credit together? Put one in the chat, or put me, whichever one, or let me see some ones. All right. We all have time. Again, so those people were saying, man, I just don't have the time. Those people in the community were saying, man, I don't know what to do. I don't have the time. Well, did you show up to one of the calls? No. That's probably why you're saying you don't have the time, because you didn't get the information you need. So guess what? Now you have the time because you have the information you need. You're only going to say you don't have the time because you don't have the information to give you the time. Does that make sense? So everybody just saw it. I don't know how long this call has been, but you could have did your whole damn family and 2 other families for the amount of time that you guys spent on this call. You could have did 3 generations. Make sense? For the time that you were on this call. So we have the time, you guys. It's just, do you want it bad enough? Do you want to get back? It's not going to work the first second. Let me speak life into you. Hopefully it does work. But realistically, it might not work that first or second time, that first or second round. But again, do you want it bad enough to go, you know what? Let me get my ass up and do round 3. Let me do round 4. Because it's going to work, or it's going to work. I just got to make it work. Does that make sense, everybody?
Dre, you know what? We got a couple OGs in the room sitting right now. I like that word. We're going to start calling them OGs going forward. OGs. We got a couple OGs from Friday that I know that have stayed on till the end of Friday's class. How many people remember Anthony till Anthony took freaking 9 months to get a removal and he didn't stop? And what was his answer to all of us? Well, what else I got to do? What else I got to be? At the end of the day, you're going to take 9 months. You screwed up your credit in 9 months. It took you 9 months to mess it up in the first place. Everybody don't realize that. To get a charge off, it takes you 9 months. Legitimately. But you want it removed in 2. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense. It don't make sense. But blast furnace 1 equals first round of attack. Yes. And the first 30 days. Constant, remember, it's the first 30 days. That's what I want you to associate with blast furnace 1. It's the first 30 days. Okay? Now, does anybody have any questions before we end tonight? And the next class is going to be Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be the mastermind class where we go hard.
Delta, you said you just have a ton of increase. There's methods inside the community to get rid of those increases. So if you only have increase, there's methods inside the community for that. Okay. Anybody else? Does anybody else have any questions about the software? Now, if we have questions about all the methods, let's come on class tomorrow. Okay, come on class tomorrow. I'm gonna have class for you guys, a little Q&A session for you guys for questions outside of the software. But if we have software, if we have software questions, let's ask them now. Let's not wait until you hit me up in my DM, please, guys. Please don't wait until you hit me up after class in my DMs. It's gonna be another 2 days before I respond. I have a lot. So, any questions about the software? Please ask.
I mean, guys, legitimately, I'm in the community as well. You guys can always message me, and Jay always puts my link to our community, which is a chat with like-minded individuals. It's just a chat. No community. There's no nothing. You come in. You can always chat with us and go over anything. It's in. Jay, do you mind if I include it?
Go ahead. I forgot you were in there. I don't think you commented one time.
I commented. I commented twice. Nobody loves on me. Nobody loves on me.
I don't know how many times people then tag Ali. They tag you. But so yeah, guys, he has his community. He goes over the software. So if you guys have software questions, boom. But if you guys have software and like these methods, come on these calls and ask. Come on, like I said, I'm gonna start having more calls for you guys. Make sure you're on those calls. Okay. One more time.
This is Melissa. So I have a question. I did inbox to both of you guys, and I didn't get any response.
You inbox me on the community. I'll log into the community tonight and take a look at it.
No,
I'll be honest with you. I don't go into the community much. I'll be straight. Inbox me where?
I inboxed you on, I think it was your number, because it was about the files that was supposed to be sent to you, and you had me to get Antoine to send them over to you.
Oh, Lily.
Yeah.
Where are you, Lily?
Nah, I didn't hear about this one.
Oh, this one. This is me. Don't worry about it. I handle this. Did they get Lily on the phone?
No. This is Melissa Mason.
No, I know. I need Lily, the girl that handles that phone system. That
Okay. I'm sorry.
Bro, I was gonna say Melissa's mine, so I gotta know what's going on.
Lily sent. So Antoine sent a file over for Melissa. Okay. And he was doing it for her. And then what happened was there was an issue with the file, and we sent her the thing, and then it was supposed to come through. So now the team should have answered her regardless. I don't know why they didn't. So I want to know, make sure everything's Lily, did we answer Melissa off of Link? Huh?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Follow up with Melissa Mason and double check with the team if they got her file. They got her files. That if they didn't get her files, we need to follow up with Antoine for him to send it. Okay. All right. Now I saw Brian's message, and I know Tracy wants question about printing. So I will open up the floor to any printing questions. And Miss Lawrence, you can go before they go over with any printing questions too. So Miss Lawrence, go first.
So I'm helping my daughter do hers, but her driver's license address is different than her utility bill. So can she just use her passport?
Same house?
No. She still has her driver's license to my house.
Okay. As long as the PO matches the place that she's living now, that's all that matters. But if she has a passport, that's the ultimate hack. Absolutely use the passport.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense, Lawrence?
Yeah, I was gonna say you literally beat me to the punch.
Does that make sense though?
Yes, it does. Because the passport doesn't have an address. So yes.
Right. Okay. So, but you know that if your address from your ID does not match the address on your mail, we use the address on your mail. You got that,
okay. Then that's because I want her to use her address, which is on her mail, because all of her derogatories and her lates is from when she lived here.
Exactly. Hey, thank you for coming up and asking that question. So yes, we're going to go ahead and use the address that's on her mail, double whammy, because now that address is not attached to those negative items. Double whammy. And so now we're getting that old address removed. So now we say, hey, why the hell is this account saying 123 Front Street? I live at 5678. Makes sense? Now, how can you tell me that's my account still? Does that make sense? Beautiful. Yeah. Great question.
So now,
do you have any other questions?
Yeah.
Before we get the next
Brian.
The Discord to get in touch with Ali. Are you in the school or the Discord? Because I'm not in the Discord.
The Discord's absolutely free, guys. You guys, anybody can join the Discord. A bunch of questions always go in there, and everybody's just tagging me on questions. We also have a bunch of people that have been utilizing the software for months on end inside of the Discord. So if you have any software questions, usually a lot of people will help over there. The community helps itself on that sense. If I can't get to you, but the Discord is direct to me because it's literally up on the screen all the time. So if I literally miss it if I'm just busy at work like I am right now, I don't go, hey, what's going on that Discord?
Lawrence, I'll put the link up in the community again so you can get the link. So everybody who's new, I'll make sure the link is dropped again. For Saul, I think you're in here. So for Saul, go ahead and copy that link and then let's drop it inside the community. All right, so you guys can have that as well. Okay.
My headset's about to die.
Ms. Lawrence, you got any? You're good. Ms. Lawrence, all your questions. You good?
Yes.
Perfect. Next person. What's going on?
Tracy, and we got Brian who wanted to ask a question. Whoever's free to talk, talk.
I'm free to talk.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, so I had two questions. One is, there in one of these options, it said you check the box like to have you print and mail Ollie our letters, and I wanted to know what the cost of that is, and then also if any of us get the feeling that this is not what I want, I just want to pay someone to do this for me, I don't want to learn all of this. Is there an option for that? And that might not be a question for you, Ali, a software, that might be for Dre.
Well, we both can answer it. So, Dre, do you want to tell him how much you charge, or you want me to tell him how much I charge?
I charge 5,000, brother.
I charge 10.
I charge 5,000. Yeah. That's why again I was saying let's see if we can teach you how to use software.
Melissa's face is priceless right now.
Right.
Melissa's face is priceless. Look at her
I'll
face.
look at your report if you want me to, but I charge about 5,000 for my services because of what I know. Also, I know that once I fix your credit, I'm gonna turn you the hell up and go get you 100,000. So if I charge you $50 and then you say thanks, Dre, I'm gonna go over there and get funding. Well, damn, I did all the hard work. Makes sense? I did all the hard work. So that's why I say no. I charge about 5,000, and I need that about half for front. But again, that's why I tell people I don't do credit repair because I know I'm pricey. I'm not even the most expensive. Makes sense? I only charge 5,000 more than me. He's doubling me. Makes sense? But again, so if you want a done for you service, it'll be for me to do it. It'll 5,000. But I know that there's somebody in the community that like an OG who, if you ask them, they might do it for you.
What's an OG?
I've been here for that's like slang. Slang, basically saying they've been
OG stand
all right.
for?
So
Original gangster.
Tanya, original gangster. All right. So if you don't want to get street cred, let's say they've been here for a while. There's some old heads. That's slang too. But they've been here for a while. That's the point.
Charge to print and mail the letters.
It all depends on your file. I can't give you that. And the reason that I can't give you that, let me show you guys over here. That's a loaded question. And a lot of people ask me that. You see over here when I pull out a letter, each round has a different file. Each round has a different amount of pages. So if I go over there and give you a number on a file, at least this month, okay? And next month it's different, you're going to get mad at me. So at the end of the day, what I say is there's no obligation to print with us. You can come in at any time. You can get an invoice and say, hey, look, this is not for me. I don't want to go, and move on. And that's okay. We're also going to, you guys got to remember something. You're not paying just for me to print. You're paying for my removal. You're paying for my expertise. You're paying for me to understand what you did wrong, not what you did right. I'm coming in and I just showed you everything that you possibly can do wrong. But if you don't catch it, you're not going to know to catch it. I'm going to know to catch it. I'm going to know to double check everything. I'm going to know to make sure that it goes out so you don't waste 30 days. I want everybody to understand that right now. That service, everything that goes in, that service is what you guys are paying for. You guys are paying for my time. And here's the thing. Dre says all that stuff over there. It's nothing against Dre and the sentiment of what he's saying. Man, let me tell you something. I'm going to use the same software. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to charge $10,000. You know why I'm going to charge $10,000? Because here's the thing. I know it's time. And I know that if you're serious, you're going to pay it. And if you're not serious, I don't waste my time. Because my time is very valuable. Every time that I sit down, I'm sitting down with what? How many people we got in here tonight? 30 people? 36 people. We got 36 people in here tonight. If I take my time to do exactly what we needed to, okay, and I have to take time on the phone and explain everything to you, and it's an hour, 2 hours. Here's 2 hours that I just spent with 36 people and changed 36 people's lives. So you definitely got to be worth that thing. And that's, you got to understand that every person that's thinking about doing this as a business, I just told you how to evaluate a client. at a very, very simple antigen. I'm doing things differently than Dre. It may take me 9 months to get your credit repaired, but I'm utilizing the software. I have everything to show you and everything on how we do it. So understand the reason why. And I also, Dre and I went over this. I also can answer the $10,000 question. You've got to make sure you can answer that $10,000 question as well. So that's why we do that. Brian, if you submit at any point a letter to us, we go through it. My team will go over it. They'll let you know everything, and they'll get back with you immediately.
What the fuck?
Tracy.
The deal.
Tracy, I can't hear you, sweetheart. I know you had a printed question. Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, this is my thing. Okay. Once you do whatever you need to do with the software, I thought that
Computer and my computer at the same time. As soon as my boys get in the morning, they start printing it out immediately after you invoice and pay. Immediately they start printing it out.
Okay.
Can we
Does it contact us to invoice and pay?
print them out ourselves and mail them?
Absolutely. You can print them out yourselves and mail them. But here's the thing. If you mess up, you're going to be 30 days behind immediately. You're going to be 30 days behind. And what'd you say, Brian? I apologize. What'd you say?
When do we get the invoice so we know how much we're paying?
Immediately. Immediately. And here, look at it, guys, over here. I just want to tell you something. I did something wrong. My team came over here and
Hold on,
wrote.
I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
I can't see your screen. I'll stop sharing.
Can everybody else see my screen?
No.
No.
Oh, I think it should.
I stopped sharing.
I can see it, Dre.
You can see it?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So to answer your question, Tracy, where how can I pick or select Ollie's team to do it? Right here. So before again, guys, because a lot of people they generate the letters on accident. Oh, damn it, on accident from this part right here. So look, you come in, go to select send around with tag. I'm gonna select this person. No, my bad. Hold on. I'm going to move this. I'm going to send around tags. I'm gonna select Tracy. You will select Tracy. Jonathan, you select Jonathan. Miss Lawrence, you will select Miss Lawrence. So then you do that, and now this screen pops up. If I hit generate right now, I'm gonna generate a letter, and it took me 15 seconds. I'm gonna generate a letter. Tracy, you just said, how can I select you, Ollie, to print off my letters? Well, I'm gonna say, do it myself, right? Because right now it's on maximum efficiency. I'm gonna select on do it yourself, right here. Next, right here, it says who I want, payable, printing, and mailing service. I can do Ollie, being transparent. If anybody picks Brent, Bradford, or my care credit, do not ask me about your stuff. Do not ask Ollie about your stuff because we didn't do it. We're not printing. You pick somebody else. Make sense? So to answer your question, Tracy, you're going to go ahead and click Ollie Batty. Scroll down. Your information is going to be populated. If it's not, enter your information, not the clients that you're doing. Enter your information. All right? Once you do that, you just type in M2 FICO Forge, and then you hit generate. Then it's going to take you to that part where you do all the boxes and all that stuff. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Let me say yes, a little bit more confident. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know it's super. Oh, yeah, I get that when we're on the call. But then once this call ends, what the hell did he say? What did he say? Makes sense? I don't want that to happen. I'm here for you. We're here for you. So, do you need me to explain it differently or you got it?
I got it.
Got it. Perfect. Does anybody else need me to explain that?
So Ollie's saying just as long as you don't make a mistake. So you mean make a mistake in putting in the client's information?
Yes, ma'am.
Or
choosing
the wrong round?
The image,
so
the information, the images, the information, and technically, I can tell, my team can tell if you generated the wrong set of letters, especially in our software. We know what letters you should have and what letters you should be generating under.
Okay.
Miss Lawrence, hopefully,
Okay.
did I answer the question?
Yes.
9 times out of 10, yes, you can mess up in the which I selected round 3 letters. And do I see a lot of people doing that mistake? Not really. Do people make that mistake? Yes. But the biggest section where they make the mistake,
yes,
right here. Okay. So meaning, again, everybody, please get this. Meaning, they put the wrong address. They do, instead of 7, I'm going to change it back. Don't worry. But instead of putting 7, they put 8. Instead of putting 7, they put 6. Make sense? Now that throws off the whole thing. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about. All right.
Okay.
Making sure that this address right here matches.
Zoom in on that.
Shit, sorry.
Yeah, zoom in on that section. Show them the address. Zoom in. Look at that. You see the? Oh, damn, bro. That's nifty what you just did.
Yeah. You see that, guys? See this address right here? Now it's a fake one, guys. So don't be trying to find nobody. But so you see this, right? All right. And I saw somebody was, oh, let me get that down. Nah, it's a fake ass address, y'all. So, but this is how it's supposed to look. See how it looks right here? Same thing, right? We want to make sure that it says this. If it says Ave, or if it says what, which ones do we the abbreviations do we write out? West, Northwest. So if it's, again, I'll freaking erase this. So if it says NW, we're gonna put Northwest. Does that make sense? We want to, if it's abbreviated, we want to spell it out because that's going to get rid of all the possible mistakes that they think we might have made.
Oh, okay.
We put Northwest. You probably meant Southwest. You probably meant Northwest. You probably meant East. Make sense? You probably meant Southwest, but you put Northwest.
Trey, why are you going over Friday stuff today?
Yeah, you're right. But that makes sense, everybody. Okay, look, Friday's call, yes, we go more in depth on this, but I don't want you guys to, between now and Wednesday, you guys do a dispute and then you mess up on this part. We will go more in depth on the other stuff Wednesday, but this stuff, if you generate your letters from today, in between today and Wednesday, you effed up. Make sense?
I would say that Dre made a very valid point. I appreciate that. Wait until Wednesday, guys. Wait until Wednesday.
Wait until Wednesday.
Wait until Wednesday. It's not Friday this week. Wait until Wednesday. And the reason that I want you to wait until Wednesday is Wednesday I'm going to go into some other states that there's 4 different AIs in the software. I'm going to go over the 4 AIs on Wednesday. I'm also going to go over for Brian. This is for you. Okay, if you're still here. Okay.
I'm still here, man.
Awesome. This is for you. If you want to learn how to get one price for your letters, I'm going to teach you how to get one price for your letters on Wednesday. It's actually, if Dre scrolls down a little bit, there's a picture right there. It's right there. That's the image that we go over on it'll be Wednesday this week and not Friday, about how to price out your letters and understand your letters on Friday. So everything that we do, yes, this is the easy way. We taught you the easy way. This is orientation, just to let you guys understand how easy the software is. But come Wednesday, we're going to show you how powerful it is. We're going to show you how powerful it is for doing what you need to do. And yes, Brian.
Just answer this. How much does the post office charge to track the letter, each letter?
$8.50. I got you. Right.
Okay,
right off the bat. And that's our standard procedure. I want everybody to understand that. The reason that I'm the best printer in this software, I want you guys to understand, I'm the only one that offers mail with tracking. And hold on. You know what? Bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I have any, because I am in the office. Let me see if I have any that the team has done already. If not, they brought them to the print. So we also, can everybody hear me? Because I'm walking up to the front of the store.
Yes.
I want everybody to understand this. I'm going to say something to you guys that's also mail. Actually, they brought them to the thing. We do not wait for the post office pickup for mail with tracking. Mail with tracking is automatically automatically dropped off by us every single day. Oh, we do have a couple here. Just so everybody could see it. I walked all the way to the front and it's in the back. Here. See? United States Post, okay? Guys, this is one order right here. You see how many envelopes that is? So when you ask me, Brian, you asked me a perfect question. This is one order. How am I supposed to know that this is what it's going to spit out? That's crazy, right, Brian?
Yeah.
This is a $400 order. This is a $400 order. This guy only pays mail with tracking. He doesn't care what the price is. His clients, he only does mail with tracking. Why? Because he goes, if I can't track it, I don't want to deal with it. Now, we do have standard mail. We have a couple of standards in here. Okay? But here's the thing, guys. When it comes to this is how we handle it. And this is not in the front of the store. This is in the back of the store. But I'm the only one that makes sure that mail with tracking is our first line that goes out. Not our third, not our second. It is literally the first thing that we sent out, because I don't want you calling me when the bureau calls me. And Dre can attest to this, because Dre was a client of mine before we partnered up. Dre was a client of mine. Dre can attest to this. Dre, how many times you call me and say, hey, they didn't get the letters. Are you sending them out? And then he'd get his pictures and he'd be like, oh, yeah, you are sending them out. Damn, what the hell's going on over here? Then we do mail with tracking. What happens?
See you, Melissa.
We do mail with tracking. What happens when we do mail with tracking?
Now letters.
Atta girl.
Now letters going out tomorrow.
There you go.
See you.
When you doing it and you doing what you have to do, you get it done correctly. Let them tell you you didn't send them damn letters out. Let them tell you that they didn't send them damn letters out. Let them tell you. They can't tell you that or anything. That's why we started doing mail with tracking. Because when you pick up the phone and call me and be like, well, it's at the post office. That's not what I mean. Call the post office. Because now you have tracking. Now you can track whoever you're dealing with and whoever you need to do. Okay? Melissa, I'm proud of you. That's that stuff right there, girl. Atta girl.
Melissa, when are those letters going out, Melissa? Hopefully you're doing with tracking.
Tomorrow.
Right?
First thing in the morning.
With tracking.
So I do send these certified with tracking, right?
Don't send them certified. No. Send them
tracking.
Ground Advantage.
Ground Advantage with tracking.
Okay, Ground Advantage with tracking. Okay, thank you.
If you send in certified mail, they're going to charge you 10 arms and 15 legs. Certified mail costs more money, ladies and gentlemen.
Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat the way I need to mail these.
Ground Advantage, girl. That's Ground Advantage.
I got you. Ground. Hey, actually, you know what? Somebody else that's on this call, somebody else write that. Let's work as a community, y'all. Ground Advantage. All right. So I'll say something else. Melissa, you're gonna do this with tracking. So you want to make sure you're gonna track it just like something from Amazon. All right. I'm going to tell you, if you don't do this, Melissa, you're going to get this letter. You're going to get a stall letter. Say, hey, Melissa, we don't know who the hell sent this. So for precautionary reasons, we took no action. So can you send us some more, your ID? Motherfucker, you got that. Can you send me your social security? You got that. Can you send me a piece of mail? You got that.
Right.
What else do you need? They're doing that on purpose, trying to stall you out, trying to say, oh yeah, this is not going to work. Melissa's going to sit here, oh man, I knew it's never going to work for me. Damn it. Now they just won, Melissa. They beat you because they got you too upset. Now you just gave up. That they can do this 4 times in a full calendar year. So if you send us with tracking, now you can call them and say, hey, my name is Melissa. Yeah, I sent those. Process them. Melissa, we don't see them. Oh, you don't? You don't see my letters? Because I have a tracking number right here that says it's been delivered. So who the hell is lying, Melissa? Is it the USPS or is it them? Now, guess what? If the USPS is lying to you, Melissa, we have to go sue them. Because they're lying. They said they delivered your mail and they never did. Let's go sue them. Or credit bureaus. Am I going to sue you? Because if it is there and you're telling me it's not, now you're tampering with the USPS. You're tampering with the mail, which is a federal offense. So let me ask you one more time. Are my letters there? Yes or no? Oh, Melissa, shit. You know what? We just found them. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Go ahead and process them and give me my reference number. So now, and say, guess what? Don't ever send me a letter saying, oh, yeah, we think this came from a third-party company. No, you got me on record, on a recorded line saying, yes, I sent them. I can send you my tracking number to tell you that, yes, they're there. So why are we sending me letters saying you don't know who sent this? Does that make sense, Melissa? Does that make sense to everybody? Shake your head and drop a
Yes.
I don't want you send off your letters, Dre. It came back verified. They said that they don't know who sent this, Dre. Did you call? No? All right, then. Round 2, you're going to call. All right? Let's not waste time. Does that make sense, everybody? One. Beautiful.
Stall
Okay.
letter up on the screen, guys. Stall letter up on the screen. Everybody look at that. It's a stall letter. I see some collective sighs right now. Some people gotta see this letter. I've seen this letter multiple times. That's a stall letter. That's what it looks like. Do you know how many people that I have to go through and look at this? Look how many stall letters I have. FAQs, frequently asked questions in my mastermind. Look how many are stall letters. We want everybody to understand that. We already know it's coming. Dre just gave you gold. Gold, ladies and gentlemen, gold. Make sure you call beforehand. Every single person.
Ali,
Yes.
if you mail our letters, do you mail it with our return address so that it looks like we mailed it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, brother. Come on.
Absolutely. And it looks
This
like
ain't
it
no
came,
overnight operation.
and the mail with tracking comes directly from your address. So when they scan it, right? They scan it at the location. It says your address is first and foremost. It doesn't say my address. It says you dropped it off at my location.
Come on now.
Yeah, Melissa, you don't think you play with an overnight location? I'll go show you what we got in front of this my little cubicle out here, because my wife don't put me in the damn corner. She's like, go in the corner, fool. I showed everybody last Friday what it looks like. I showed everybody what the office looks like. My wife is the genius behind this. She owns the print shop. She owns the Betty team. I don't own it. I own the software with Dre. So I want everybody to think that it's me that's printing. It ain't me. It's my old lady. So when you guys, yes, Melissa, yes, it's my old lady. I take care of my old lady. Dre and I take care of my old lady. So at the end of the day, that's what we do for her. Like, that's how we take care of her. What's up, Christina?
So I have a question. Hold on.
Yo, she came up with that voice. I don't know if I have a question just yet.
All right, so I have a question. So I'm on here on the M2 4. Yes, I'm finally off. What does it mean by when two of the numbers are just blinking?
Don't worry about it. I told you that. Don't worry about it unless it's a yellow one. If it's a yellow one, then wait until Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, it's not yellow. It's one of the little.
One of the brown ones, one of the caca browns. We don't care about the caca brown.
Okay.
It means that. So I'll tell you what the actual definition is. The actual definition is that it means that it doesn't have an address that matches for it. Technically, the address is in the system. The problem is the name of the file, and what the name for the address is under two different names. Okay, so they can't match it up, but we don't care that it doesn't match up because we're just sending the letters out to the bureau. So that's all. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's if we want to send out a creditor letter.
All right. Thank you.
When we mail out the letters, we put address for the return address or client. See, Miss Sonia, that's why we mail out the letters. It's always going out for your client. It's never your address. Okay. I got one of these after I paid someone to fix my.
Who said that? That was great question.
I did, because when I mail out my daughters, I want to make sure the return address on the letter, I put her address and not mine. So I want to make sure of that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you also do me a favor. You want another hack? Go to where her address is and try to get that letter as close as you can to her address for another little hack if you're going to do it yourself because you're in that vicinity. Okay. What I do over here is a major hack. The letters that we handle, I go deliver it directly to the distribution center. I don't hand it over to the local post office. Yo, fucking Melissa's sitting up. She's like, yo, he giving gems over here. Yeah, you got to find out what your distribution center is. Not many people know. I know the 3 distribution centers in the area. I will hand it to the 3 distribution centers. If it's already in the distribution center, I don't worry about them getting ready to send it out. The next level is going out. So what that means is if I'm If I'm in a local post office, the local post office has to go to the distribution center.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to the I don't wait for it to go to the distribution center. I submit it directly there.
Okay.
Great
Tracy,
question.
Tracy, talk to me.
Hey, yes, I just wanted to know, since the class changed from Friday to Wednesday, did the time change?
We'll put it in. I'm still discussing it with Dre because I do get off. I still work a day job, ladies and gentlemen. I do get off at work at 5:30, so we want to actually do it so when people show up, so it will be after 5:30. I'm thinking 6:30, 7 o'clock,
That
because
would be wonderful. Thank you.
they do go late, and I do not want to be on Zoom for 14 hours. Let's be real. If letters hit on a Friday, when do we call to follow up to make sure that they received the letters? Friday. Jonathan, where are you, John? John, talking to you in the sense of the guy, because I like looking at you. When your letters hit, technically, I want you to call, because you have mail with tracking. I want you to call Thursday. Okay? What do I want you to call Thursday? Let them know that they're coming. Okay. Let them know that they're coming. This goes for everybody in here. If you got mail with tracking, let them know. Call the day before. I sent my letters out. They're coming. They'll be here tomorrow. I will be calling tomorrow to double check when they arrive. Now you put them on blast. I have people doing it right now. It's working for them. Okay, so give that a shot. Shell,
Okay.
how are you, Shell?
Awesome. Quick question. I want to make sure I heard you properly one time. So when you said you all mail them out versus someone individually, did you say that there's an additional delay?
No, there's no
Okay.
additional. So TransUnion for us arrives almost next day.
Okay.
TransUnion, the one that takes the longest for us, and this is surprising, is Equifax. Experience 3 days. That's the mail we're That's the mail we're tracking, guys. I want you to understand that. That's the mail we're tracking. I don't have the numbers when standard mail arrives. Nobody can ever track that. But Experience almost 3 days. Equifax has been giving me so many freaking problems lately. It's crazy, because what happens is Equifax is giving me problems based upon all the stuff that comes with it. Equifax is a pain to be behind, to be honest with you. Equifax is a pain to be behind.
What
Go for it.
what if you're in a different state than the person that you're mailing out for, though?
I'm in a different state than everybody.
But because you said ground advantage with the tracking.
So you guys got to understand something. If you're doing it yourself, do not. So for Melissa, the reason I told her ground advantage, because she's sending it out for herself. For you guys, it's not going to work, because it's going to come from your post office.
Right. Okay.
I print directly in the store.
Okay.
I don't go to the post office for my stuff. I have the special machinery and everything here with the stuff, so that's not going to work for you. Certified mail is not going to work for you. They're going to know it's a true third party sending that out. That's why we're moving it the way that we do, because we have all the allocations, because we're a legit printing and logistics company. So we have all the stuff that we need. So how does that work for you? You're going to get into a tussle, because they're going to be like, look, I just saw 5 letters come from this location that has the location.
You froze.
For me.
Froze.
Okay, I thought that was just me, y'all. I thought that was just me.
He froze.
Okay,
You got that screenshot, right?
Right, I swear I was gonna say take a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I thought it was me too.
Are we good?
Yeah,
No,
he's back.
you're good now,
No.
but we missed what you said.
So at the end of the day, okay. So what happens is when you're working in your system, right, and you're mailing out from your system, okay, and you go to your post office, it's going to be very difficult for you. For me, it's not because of all the tools that we have, all the extra stuff that we pay for. It makes it seem like it's coming from you guys. But on the other hand, you were going to the post office, printing out in your post office, going to look like it's coming from your post office, from you. Yes, you may be able to put their name on it, but it's still going to look like it's coming from you because the post office fills out my stamp differently. It's very weird how it's handled. I swear to God, we had 3 months where we were using something else. It was called Media Mail. I still call it Media Mail. We were using Media Mail, and the post office told us Media Mail was the best. It's the one that you can't get tracked, all this stuff. So at the end of the day, we kept going through all this stuff, and when we started having letters come back, we had letters come back to the clients. So we've gone through all this stuff and all the negatives. That's why, guys, Dre and I are not telling you to print with us because we want the money. We're telling you to print with us because we know it's going to get done right from the beginning. Is it logical to print with a person that understands it? Yes. It's not illogical because you're going to waste your time. I'm saying this directly. Everybody's got to value their time more than anything else in this room going forward. Right now, I swear to God, my wife is sending pictures of my daughter sleeping, and she's asking me, "When are you coming home?" I could share my picture on the screen right now. When are you coming home? That's the time that everybody is giving up with somebody. Melissa, I saw one of your kids or grandkids running up over there. I saw that. And that's everybody's sacrificing their time right now where they could be somewhere else with somebody else. And this is why we do it. This is the community here to help each and every single person. We want to. And Marby, I know we're still going to get with you right after here.
But let me just finish asking. So for clarification.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
You're saying basically it's better for us to just go with your company so that way we're not getting stalled. It basically, and I'm just using that word.
Yes. Okay. I was like, please.
I'm just saying it, basically, well, they're looking and saying, well, okay, well, we know that they're getting credit repair from somebody because this is coming from Florida and they live in Arizona. And so basically your location would be the central location where they could not detect. So more so the stuff would go to them and with a better chance or 100% chance of them seeing the letters. I just said it in layman terms. But
you broke it down amazingly. You ready for this?
Yes.
I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys something, right? And here's the difference. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to do a search on Google. Ready? I'm going to share my screen. Tell me when you can see my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
I'm gonna type in the address 64024 Columbus Avenue, Thornwood, New York. This is the address to the store. Okay. When we zoom in on the store, right? You come in over here. And they come in and they look at 624 and they check at anything. They see anything with that. If anything comes back to us and they see a Postnet and they look at what Postnet does, what do they think that they see? Shipping, mailing, and logistics. Does it say credit repair?
No.
Does it say anything to do with credit? Now, what happens in the back end is a different story. But in the front end, it's got nothing to do with that. It's legitimately a shipping store. So when they see that, they disregard it. Somebody just dropped the letters off. It was the perfect cover when we started doing this that we knew that people were going to print with us. We're not going to get as much shit. And we saw more deletions than the other companies because where were the other companies sending out of? They're sending out of their basement. They're sending out of their house. They're sending out of locations inside of commercial centers. And when they send that, and you can see that, I'm showing you the location. This is where I'm at right now. If anybody want to come visit me that close, you're more than welcome anytime. I swear.
So basically, if just say hypothetically, we had a client in Arizona, but you're in New York and you're going to send out from New York, but it would look like the person was sent, the mail came from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line.
All right. But again, just to give you this last little bit that it came from us, right? They look at it and it's a printing and shipping center. They can't say it's coming from a third party agency as a printer.
So you don't get the stall.
You don't get a stall in the same way. Do you know what you guys get a stall for? I teach it for you on Wednesday. There's only one reason you get a stall. And the stall is based upon the template of the way the letter is laid out. It's got nothing to do with how it's shipped out. Okay? The shipping, the way that it ships out, okay? The way that it ships out, if you ship it out incorrectly, then it does. But if you ship it out or you put a stamp on it, right? And they can't tell where it's coming from and it goes out, that's not going to throw a stall. You know what's going to throw a stall? When they open up the letter and 15 people from before you have the same exact letter. So I want everybody to understand that. That's why we tell you to come on Wednesday, because I'm going to show you how to separate yourself from everybody else. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to separate yourself from everybody else. Okay?
So,
you know,
Wow, that was a lot of people hitting me all at the same time. Who was that? Go for it. Who wants to talk?
I was saying something because you just showed that your wife owns the Postnet. Well, one of my best friends own one down the street.
Go to it.
So I'm like, can I get her to print them?
Go for it, and tell her to use Indicia.
And
who's that?
That's the name. That's the name of. Tell her that's the name of the store that we. That's the name of the thing that prints out the stamp. It's called Indicia.
Program.
Indicia.
Okay, Jeremy. The question I have is it possible to send them email the message, the letters to the client, and have them send it from their location? Oh, you won't do that.
You ready for this one? Let me ask you a question. I'm a rebuttal your question. What a question. How are you gonna make sure your client sends out their email, their letter?
Well, hold on. Am I gonna make sure? If they want it bad enough, they'll send it out. I mean, you give them their reference. I mean, I'm just asking if that's a consideration.
You know why I'm asking you that question?
Why?
How many people do you think I know that did that and never got anything removed off their credit?
Queen, I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people, like you might, I don't know if you got this from somebody else, but there's a lot of people who do that. They say, I'll generate your letters, email them to you, you send them off. I don't recommend you to do that business model with your clients. Why? That's for somebody who doesn't give a shit if their clients get this done or not. Now, again, we're all grown. I'm gonna generate them. If you want it done, mail them off yourself. If you don't want it done, don't mail it off. It is what I did my part. If that's your angle, I can't knock you. I can't knock you for that. But how we're teaching people is don't let, if you give them the opportunity to mail off themselves, 9 times out of 10, they got in this situation because they weren't responsible. Right? That makes sense. They got in this situation because they're not responsible. So if they got to either watch the NBA or the letters off, they're gonna go watch NBA. They're gonna watch some sports. Why? Because I didn't pay my bills because I wanted to watch sports. That's why I'm in this situation. Make sense? So again, I would say account for that cost. If you're saying, well, Dre, I'm asking that question because I don't want to take on the responsibility. I don't want to take on the extra cost. Well, don't do their credit. Because again, what's the point of you doing their credit? So they can get from point A to point B. So they can go get business funding. So again, don't give them the option to not do it. Don't put in the work.
It's not the cost that I was trying to avoid. It's just that when he said, if I send from my address, or from my local area, and they're in Arizona, and I'm in Arkansas, it shows up differently. That's the only reason why. It's not because you're trying to avoid the cost. It's just to prevent the stall. And then, but I totally understand, because I mean, And once they get that information, because I mean, too, once they get that information, they know how to do it themselves, and then they don't need you anymore either. So,
No, unless they had access to the software, they're not going to know how to do it
They
themselves.
still gonna need you.
well,
Yeah,
okay.
they're gonna still need you. That's why. Here's the thing. That's why we tell you. That's why we tell you guys, let us do it. Don't worry about
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
You get rid of all the BS that comes in. So you know what I was teaching people when I first got into this business 2 years ago? This is what I was teaching business. Don't give your clients the opportunity. Don't let them tell you. You tell them. You're the expert. Every single person in here is an expert. You're sitting here learning right now from us. Why would you let them dictate to you? They screwed up their life. You didn't screw up yours. You didn't screw up yours. You're here right now learning. You just in a bad situation right now. Anybody that has bad credit that's in here, you're just in a bad situation. That's okay. We're going to fix you. We're going to fix you. Yes. Right now, I think you got a toothache or something. I see you in a bad situation, but you're still here. You still here. Every single person that's here. Again, this is only supposed to be an hour and a half class.
I had a surgery this morning.
You had surgery this morning. Let's be real. Why would you give the person that opportunity, exactly like Dre said, to keep messing up their situation? Why? We don't give them the opportunity. We tell them how to go and we go for it. That's it. That's it. That's what Dre did.
More questions, Max.
What happened?
5 more questions, Max, because I got to get up out of here. I got some stuff.
Yeah,
so 5 more questions, guys. Max, great questions. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. But let's do 5 more questions, Max, because we still got to get with you, Mari. We still got to get with you. And then I still got to show
me.
I show somebody something. Christina. Whoever just helped me out with that, appreciate you.
Christina.
So
Christina just helped you with her.
Right. Well, Christina, let me show you right now. Anybody who has a question, go ahead. So,
am I breaking up or was that Dre breaking up?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
that was Dre.
Oh, damn. Okay. You guys can hear me, right?
Now we can.
Okay. So, Christina, if you go into the community, all right? So, if you go into the community and you type in merchant up here, everybody who is taking on clients, who is accepting money, charging people, go up here, type merchant, all right? We're going to go to the first post right here. Need a payment merchant to receive payments? Boom. Here we go. Now, why am I telling you guys to do this? Christina, you're going to allow people who have late payments, well, probably because they didn't pay their bills on time. So if you're going to say, all right, guys, remember when I told you guys my bill is $5,000. If you want me to do it, it's $5,000. Nobody's gonna. If I tell you it's $5,000, you gotta pay me up front. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. But if I tell you it's $5,000, I'm gonna give you a payment plans. Well, now, okay, I could do that. But you know what? I started running into people who have late payments. They don't pay you on time. So those same people who I give them a payment plan by month 2, yeah, I ain't getting no more payments. they didn't forgot about me. They make sense. So this one right here, this merchant account is a buy now, pay later. Okay, Christina, this is a buy now, pay later. So if they say, you know what, Christina, you know what, I like your prices, I like what you're worth, I'm gonna pay you. So if somebody says, I'm gonna pay you $5,000, I send them my link. They say, okay, cool, I'm gonna payment merchant will give them payment plans. I get my $5,000 up front. So they're not paying me. They pay Klarna. They pay after payback. If they miss a payment, you go talk to them because they're going to put that shit on your report. You don't got to talk to me. I got my money up front. Does that make sense, everybody? So I want everybody to go right here, put in merchant account. Stop letting these people play with your. Unfortunately, our clientele base, unfortunately, they don't have a good track record of paying on time. Makes sense? Unfortunately, our clientele does not have a good track record of paying on time. So let's not give them an opportunity to, excuse my language, to fuck us over. Excuse my language. All right? Let's not give them an opportunity to say, oh, I ain't got it this week. I already sent your shit this week. I just sent your damn letters, bro. Like, oh, you gotta pay me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't gotta come get this back in blood. I didn't hear people say that. You gotta come get it in blood. I got your ID. I got all your information. Like, don't get dirty. But Let's not let us get there. You don't gotta pay me nothing. Why? I got my money up front. Does this make sense, everybody? Let me see some head nods. I don't want you guys doing somebody and out of the grace. You say you're gonna pay me? Okay, you're a good person. I'll send your letters off. Next month, your daughter needs a surgery. You had a mouth surgery. All right, I'm gonna do yours this time. You owe me 2 months now. Next month, still nothing. That's happened to me, y'all. That's happened to me. Don't let that happen to you. Learn from our mistakes. When we tell you guys to get a mentor, when we tell you guys to go sing with Ali, why? Because we know the mistakes that a lot of people make. Learn from us so you don't make those mistakes. Because these mistakes can cost money. I still got $10,000 floating. $10,000 of floating that people did not pay me, y'all. $10,000. And I want every freaking penny. And I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Makes sense? Because I didn't do that pay now, buy later. Buy now, pay later. Does that make sense, everybody? So I'm going to end it with this. You guys can ask some more questions, but if you're taking payments, if you have clients, please go get this merchant account so you can do that buy now, pay later. Okay? Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Hopefully that helps some.
Thank you.
All right. Any more questions, you guys? Again, this is supposed to be our 1 hour call. Obviously, longer than that. But yeah.
I mean, we got 30 people asking questions. I think I'm going to limit questions until after we're done.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Again, guys, if you guys have any other questions outside of this software, please come on call tomorrow. Okay? Please come on call tomorrow. All right? Any questions outside of the software? Software questions, ask now, ask on Friday. Anything outside of that?
No, it's Wednesday this week.
My bad. So
everybody, I'm sorry.
Wednesday and Monday are our software calls. Say that again.
I said, you frozen for a second, but you moving now.
Okay. Did everybody hear what I said though? Because we're about to end this call. Did everybody hear what I said?
I won't. I can be on Wednesday. I'm not able to come on tomorrow.
You're all good. You're all good.
Okay.
Again, these are not mandatory, but I'm adding in more classes because there's we're almost 1,000 people in the community, and a lot of people keep saying, "Dre, I can't make Monday. I can't make Friday. I can't." Okay, I'm adding in calls for you guys, but the only 2 calls that are going to be about the software is Monday and Wednesday.
Well, hold on. Let's introduce them to this. Max, who we're training right now, he's in here. He's going to be doing 2 orientation calls a day, and we might have him doing a couple one-on-ones when he feels comfortable. Okay? So Max is here to train the software, do an orientational train for the software. I don't know if we're going to have him going in depth right at the beginning, but he may be able just to answer. So he's going to be trained. Hopefully in a month, he should be ready to go. So every class that you come in, you see Max, you know he's in the learning mode to learn everything. So the questions you guys answer, I want to say this to everybody here. It is really, really important that you guys are asking good questions because Max is learning from those questions so that he will be able to answer those questions in the future. So I want everybody to understand that right now, case key and point, that with Max coming in, we are going to add more calls because Dre and I are only so many people. We're not robots. So we will be bringing somebody in to just go over the software so we could focus more on the Q&A side and not the software side. So I want everybody to know that so that we can answer more of that stuff and Max can focus on the thing. Yes, thank Max. Max is awake, alive and awake. He's in the chat, guys.
Right. Let's end this call there because we still gotta get on with Mari. We still gotta get on a call with you. Again, this call is not supposed to be as long. So anything that we got over an hour was a blessing. Seriously. So hour and a half is a blessing. So if you guys want some more of this, I still got questions, Dre. Make sure you're on the call tomorrow. Make sure you're on the call Wednesday. Okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. Again, guys, thank you guys for coming. We're gonna start doing this every class now. Make sure you put 2 to 3 things max, because I don't pill out. But 2 to 3 things max that you guys learned from this call. Okay? Anybody who wants to join that, get a chance to win some money. Don't get me bogus. I'm gonna say this again. Don't get me looking bogus. But go ahead and screenshot this right here, and then put it in your stories. So on your TikTok page, put it in your stories, If I get myself looking bogus, I'm going to delete it. And I'm not going to say you guys did it. All right. So screenshot this and then this is your homework.
You
all right.
frozen.
Okay. If you guys want to get $50, screenshot this. All right. Screenshot this. Put 3 things that you learned from this call. Put 3 things that you learned from this call. I see everybody turning their cameras off. They don't want to get caught. Everybody turn their cameras off. But take a screenshot, 3 things that you learned from this call. Also, get inside the classroom, the community, and put 3 things that you learned. So if you want to win that Cash App, you don't have to if you don't want to. But if you want to win that Cash App, screenshot this, boom, add it to your story on TikTok. Write what you learned, 3 things that you learned. Also, whoever did that, I'm going to look if you did it inside the class, inside the community as well. If you did both, you get your entry for Wednesday. I'll be sending you your money Wednesday. Okay?
What is you said in TikTok? What is your TikTok?
Dre the Dimer _
How'd you get here?
What do you mean? How'd you get here?
How'd you? Everybody on here is from my. It's supposed to be from my TikTok.
Not necessarily, because they come to Friday.
I'm in social media so much. I'm just like, yeah.
Don't forget, Dre. You be stealing people too.
I don't look. It's not stealing when they come and ask, "Can I join your community, Dre?" Of course. Technically, you're not going over the stuff that I'm going over inside my community.
Technically, we're supposed to be going over printing in my community, and instead we're going over the software and how to utilize the software. And then here comes Dre out of left field with, I can get that shit removed in 2 days.
Am I lying though? I'm not lying.
Did I? Hold on. Did the words ever come out of my mouth that I said you were lying? I just said you steal it like.
You're good. So guys, let's go ahead and end this up right here. Make sure again, guys, you go do those 2 things. Tag me on TikTok. If my name's right there, _ Dre the Dimer. All right. Also, go inside the community. Post what you guys learned. You guys do that. I'm gonna look at it. Boom. There's your entrance. All right. Thank you guys for coming on this call.
And what print without? What are you talking about? Getting into the raffle?
Jonathan, no. Wait. Okay, so Ali has a different thing going on. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday because I gotta get off this call. We still gotta help Mari, so we gotta. Jonathan, come. I'll talk to you about that later on.
Just make me host, and I'll deal with Mari. Just make me host.
All right, everybody else, you guys are good to go. Make sure you go do that homework, and thank you guys seriously for coming on.